What's the guarantee? E&E. With the boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no breaks. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim, you dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit, like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck, so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Hurting self-esteem, low insecurities. Now or never, like push the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live and dance. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Put fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double.
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick around the jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shine the king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shake the extras, that's business started being street blues. What I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, no say gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, firm, gully mountain shit. Couple high shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we begging pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they need harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pulled the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah. What up? You already know, man. This y'all guy, the man about town, Virgil Berry, a.k.a. Stacks with the Facts. And y'all know, y'all definitely tuned in to another episode of Real Talk Podcast. You know what I'm talking about, man. Hit that like button. Cam, that boy in the building, what's good? You know what I'm talking about? Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, click on that bell and all that, share on your social engineering and all of that. What's good with everybody, man? How y'all doing? You know, I know for a fact that'll be people in the clouds watching because 4 people who I work with today said something to me about my podcast. You know what I'm talking about? So The Cloud Watchers is definitely in the building. Hey, I respect the Cloud Watchers, man. You hear me? I respect them. Keep watching. You know what I'm talking about? Just make sure y'all hit that like button too. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? It's ladies' night. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm talking about? We're going to do something different for the ladies tonight. The ladies' night treat is y'all get to hear me and my brother Red chop up heavy game, man. That's a blessing for anybody, but especially for y'all bras out there. You know what I'm talking about? For y'all ladies, bras, chicks, women, females, whatever y'all want to call yourself. OG, what's good with you, homie? Yeah, you already know me and my brother Red about to chop up heavy game, man. You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up earlier because you know, he had a situation with his internet situation, and we was probably gonna have to reschedule because you know, so he had to wait till the people came, but they came at the right time. So we on deck and we in the building, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. What's good? You know what I'm saying? Share on your social engineer, man. Go live on your Facebook, go live on your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever it is you got. Tell everybody to tap in, man. This is gonna be something you don't want to miss, man. Me and Red gonna chop it up for a little bit. You know, so we're gonna speak on some things, and I'm gonna definitely interview my nigga though. You hear me? I'm definitely gonna interview him. And this is definitely a treat for ladies' night because you know what I'm saying, y'all ladies would be doing yourself a huge service listening to this conversation. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the Cloud Watchers that be out there just listening, watching. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the unintelligent artificial intelligence too, because we know y'all watching and listening. Or you're watching and listening. Or it's watching and listening. You know what I'm talking about, y'all? What's good, man? Y'all meet and greet each other as y'all come on up in here, man. Salute to everybody, man. Right? Now, last night, I had the big homie Fridge on, right? You hear me? And you know what I'm saying? I got a couple emails about Frizz too. And you know what I'm saying? It just was a blessing to sit up there and chop it up with my big homie with y'all. So y'all can get a little introduction to my mans and them, man. Like I said, he's a Columbus, Ohio OG. He done made a great 180 in his life. You know what I mean? He's active in the community, man. And as y'all heard from last night, man, he got a lot of great knowledge and information to be shared and bestowed upon anybody who's wanting to know or don't know. You know, Uncle Diggity in the building. What's good? You know what I'm saying? We got Uncle Diggity in the building, man. You know what I'm talking about? And over here at A-Real Talk Podcast, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do it over here. Much very similar, if not damn near, I ain't gonna even say it. Very similar to how my brother Red do his operation over there. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna speak on a lot of different things tonight, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Homie, come up on you niggas, man. Me and my brother Red about to chop it up about a lot of different shit, man. We about to chop it up about a lot of different shit, man. You hear me? A lot of different stuff, man. You know what I'm talking about? And we definitely gonna chop it up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's goddamn it Thursday, the day before the weekend. You know what I'm talking about? Tomorrow night is gonna be like tomorrow night. We're gonna have some fun. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be me and my brother Els in the building. We're gonna have Els on the ones and twos. You know what I'm talking about? We're just gonna chop it up about various issues on a Friday night, various topics. We're gonna play some music. You know what I'm saying? It's much like how them lock-ins used to be back in the day. I know back in the day we used to go to the lock-ins, and you know what I'm talking about, the skate rink. I know we ain't the only city that did that in Columbus, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all go there to the skating rink and be in there from like 11 at night to like 7 in the morning or something like that, just kicking it. All the different schools up there, all the little chicks up there, man, they used to go there. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it's gonna be like on Friday. It's gonna be something similar to that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something similar to that. You know what I mean? And we about to chop it up, man. Me and my brother Red, though, man. I first started listening to Red's platform. What's the 2022? So this was 2000, the end of like the beginning of 2020, I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Like the beginning of 2020, or maybe towards the middle of 2020. And we're gonna chop it up about this too when I bring Red up too, though. But I was actually watching Jap's program, right? I was actually watching Jap's show. and he was interviewing Red. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just listening. I'm like, oh man, I was like, oh man, he from the turf. You feel me? See, let me cam up for this shit too, man. Now, just because I'm from Columbus and Red from LA, that don't mean we ain't from the same turf. Now, we not from the same turf, but we are from the same turf. Much like most of us are, right? You know what I'm saying? But real always recognize real. You hear me? You know, I'm in the gutter with it. You understand me, y'all? I'm in the paint with it. You hear me? And my brother Red is too. Like I'm pretty sure most of y'all are as well. Ugh. So it's only right, you know what I'm saying, that real ones link up, come together, chop up gangs, share information, create relationships, establish relationships and all of that, and make powerful things happen. You know what I'm talking about? You see what I'm saying? Y'all hear what my brother Uncle Diggity said, man? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Jack, man. You know what I'm saying? Hearing y'all niggas with them damn piano keys, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what charismatic and magnetic guys do. They do stuff like got everybody want to get them organ pianos when they doing their show and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Have everybody using the term agent provocateurs, man, and telling everybody that these niggas is gang goofy Gilligans, man. Real niggas come up with intellectual property, man. Real niggas, this shit just come, it just flows. Like my brother Red be saying, it just flow, man. It ain't even like a nigga trying to do it. And we definitely want to speak on a lot of different things, man, because you know what I mean? As y'all always hear me say on Red's platform, man, it's time for real ones to come to this YouTube and take this shit over, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's definitely time for that. We definitely got to support each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, y'all, my platform is an open platform. When I say open, I don't mean open to every and anybody. You know what I'm saying? It is, but it isn't. You hear me? It's open to everybody, but it's not open to everybody. You know what I'm talking about? It's open up to you if you a solid motherfucker. How about that? But it's not if you not. You did. Yeah, man. Shout out to Jap, man. You know, so I'm pretty sure that interview that Jap did with Red, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's where a lot of people maybe first probably got hip to Red's platform at. You hear me? But like I said, though, man, real recognize real, man. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do it, man. It's only right. You know, it's only natural. You know what I'm saying? This is the law of attraction. This is the law of, you know what I mean? It's only right that real ones link up, man. It's only right, y'all. Right? So shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the page. Click on the bell and all that. Share on your social engineering. Light your joints up. You know what I'm saying? Your backwood. I know you niggas smoke them nasty ass backwoods. Smoke them dumb ass backwood. Like them dumb ass backwoods up. Whatever you sipping on, pour up, man. Tap in and walk with us. You know, me and my brother Red about to go in, man. And I ain't even gonna waste no time, man. I'm about to drop the link right now. Bring this brother on in. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? We might even open the panel up a little bit later for some of you niggas, depending on how things go. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that real ones link up, man. You hear me? I want y'all to know that, man. And don't ever be fooled or misled or misconstrued by this bullshit y'all see on YouTube. You hear me, man? Red, what's good with you, brethren?
Chilling. Hold on, let me see what's going on. Yeah, I can hear you. I think your phone repeat. Hold on. Chilling.
There we go. You all the way crispy right there. My man Blade Monger said I've been listening to Red before I ever heard of Minister Jack. You know what I'm talking about? That's what Blade Monger said, Red. You see that?
Let me see, bro. We getting a little echo. Let me see.
Red about to come back in. My nigga Blade Monger, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. But one thing I'm gonna always say, y'all, though, is that we definitely need to support each other. What's up, bro?
You know what, bro? I'm gonna come in on my other phone. For some reason, I'm getting a double echo. Let me see if it works on my other phone. Let me tap in on my other.
All right. Yeah, that's how you do it, man. Y'all share on y'all social media and all of that, your social engineering. Hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Go live on all your platforms, man, and share the joint, man. You know what I mean? That's what we need to be. We need to be supporting each other, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can, shut all this fake shit going down. Damn. You hear me? Yup, see? Project Leroy said he got hip to red listening to Philip Scott. That was a dope interview. All right. Yeah, man. And I encourage anybody else who, you know what I'm saying, like anybody else who got some information to share, something like that, man. And I'm gonna say this too, though, because y'all see what's going on, man. Get in where you fit in while you can, right? And y'all young, smart people out there, somebody create a new platform for us outside of YouTube, man. So we ain't gotta worry about all this BS or bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta worry about this bullshit censorship and all this unintelligent artificial intelligence interference and stuff, man. One of y'all young, smart, techie dudes out there, I know that be tapping in, listening to this type of stuff, man. Why don't y'all develop a different platform so we can use that and blow it up and make y'all rich and make everybody rich off of it by sharing this goddamn game? You hear me, man? Me and Red ain't the only niggas that got some game to give people out here, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Me and Red, we about to chop it about a lot of different stuff, man. Because there's some things that need to be discussed and put on the goddamn table, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only so long fuckery can go on before unaddressed before it must be addressed. You know what I'm saying? And it's only right that real runs address the shit, man. You hear me? It's only right. Everybody hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. You know what I mean? Share on your social engineering and all that. Meet and greet each other as y'all brothers and sisters come up in here, man. You hear me? Nah, I said one of you. When I said one of y'all dudes, one of y'all techie savvy, smart dudes that's writing code and developing programs and know about this stuff. Y'all make it, man. We gonna do what we do, and y'all do that. How about that, Juju? What's up, baby? Oh, you know I did, baby. I definitely did, Juju. I appreciate that too, baby. You're so beautiful and so gracious and, just so supportive. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? You can do it as often as you like. How about that? You good now, Red?
I don't know, man. I don't know why this echo shit is. I don't know why we getting this echo. Let me see, bro.
Yeah, we ain't getting no echo over here. It's just mildly distorted, but we can still hear you though. But on your end, it might be an echo. Yeah, my nigga Red over there in Cali, over there having some sun fuck right now, man.
Yeah, let me see, because I even switched my.
We can hear you. I don't know. He must got a little bit of sun fuck going on over there. You hear me? But yeah, though, man, it's ladies' night, and I think me and my brother Red chopping it up is a beautiful treat for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Either one of us by ourselves is a treat, but both of us together, that's like a double treat. You know what I'm talking about? You did. Yeah, man, hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that goddamn like button. Yeah, I definitely did, Juju, man. Like I said, you're so beautiful and so sweet and so supportive. That's a beautiful quality for a woman to have. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? It really is. I mean, it truly is. You know what I mean? And since Red gonna be coming through tonight, I think it's gonna be perfect for us to discuss something that you know what I'm saying, was briefly mentioned earlier. But we can get into it a little bit more in depth since it's the evening time, you know what I'm saying? Since my brother Red had a little situation with his cable situation. The smart grid is now here. I keep telling y'all, man. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna be seeing this stuff going on a lot more, man, in the area, especially the more heavily popular areas, man. The more heavily populated the areas. Nah, we all good. Y'all know we all family up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all at work right now. Some of y'all, you know, just out and about doing your thing. Yep.
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah, that's crystal right there, brother.
Yeah, it should sound better. I was getting that little feedback. I see what the problem was, but we should be good now.
Nah, we great right now. We outstanding right now, man. So you already know, man, we got my brother Red Supreme TV1 in the building. You know what I mean? Coming over here to A Real Talk Podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna be nothing different than what if we was over here at Red's platform, man. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with y'all, this was Red's idea. This was not my idea. You know what I'm saying? Just to let y'all know that. So Red wanted to come on through. And just like any one of you brothers, my platform is open to whoever want to come through, but not really whoever want to come through, though. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what I mean. So, you know what I mean? Got a Robert Brown. Okay, my man Blade Monger here came through with that 10-piece. You know what I'm saying? Already. We got my brother Red in the building. Red, what's good with you, bro?
Man, just chilling. Had to get the technical shit back together, man. You know, they had knocked the damn internet out for a couple of days over here, man.
Right.
Yep. So now I'm just chilling, bro.
Vernon 85, what's good, man? What's the deal? Yeah, man. You know, we got Red in the building, man. So while you was getting the situation together there, I just was over there discussing how everybody came to about finding out about who my brother Red Supreme is, man. You know what I'm talking about? And my man been definitely grinding and getting it in, you know what I mean? Building his fan base and building everything up for the past few years, man. And I gotta say, man, it's a beautiful thing too. Oh, hold on. Hello?
Yeah, I had to come in on my other phone. I was like, okay, let me get back on my good phone, you know?
Yeah, it's super crispy now, man.
Yeah, it's better. This is my better one. I had to charge this motherfucker up. So it's better than that one, man. So
Right. No, I just was saying though, Red, though, you know what I'm saying, just sitting here discussing with everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, how everybody came to get hip to my brother Red Supreme TV1. So just go ahead and, you know, for those who don't know, you know what I mean, go ahead and give them a brief introduction to who Red Supreme is, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go too deep, Red, because you know the motherfuckers who know kind of know stuff about you already. You know what I'm saying? You know, we over here, so we're gonna do it, you know what I'm saying, like that. Give us a little bit of introduction about who Red Supreme TV1 is, man.
Man, I'm just a regular old cat from the west side of Los Angeles, man. You know.
Yes, sir.
Then been in the streets, man, and worked regular jobs, man. I then came to YouTube, you know, share some of my life experiences, you know what I mean? Life experiences in the streets.
Right.
The run-ins I had with the law, my experience with dealing with women. And, you know, man, I just bring it all, you know, I bring it all together, man. And I feel like I had a lot of knowledge and information that a lot of brothers needed. Cause, you know, you got a lot of cats who don't have father figures. Right. So, spitting this game is it's therapeutic, especially to somebody who don't get it, especially to a young brother who don't got it. And you ain't surrounded by nobody who got it. So,
right.
You know, I feel like I can come here and be a blessing to the brothers that need this game, man. And, ever since then, man, you know, I moved around. I lived in a lot of different cities across California. You know, I'm not one of those cats that just stayed in my city. I moved around, you know what I mean? And soaked up a little game over here, went over there, traveled a little bit. So I'm just coming to the YouTube game mainly with the Mackin philosophy. I just blended it with the red pill because this is the lingo they was talking on YouTube. I didn't even know what red pill was until I came to YouTube.
Me too.
So, you know, Like I said, man, Mackin has always been my philosophy. Mackin is my ideology. So, hey, man, I'm just here to kick this philosophy, spread the game to the brothers, so hopefully they can use these tools, man.
Right. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And, that's pretty much the same story for me. But what I will say about you, though, my bro, though, is that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, real recognized, real, you know, so there's not too many guys who, when I listen to YouTube, I'll be like, you know, so I'll be listening. I'm a real critique because I'll pay attention to what I'm listening to and who I'm listening to. And I know when I'm listening to some bullshit, and I know I'm listening to some real shit. And when I first seen you getting interviewed by the homie Jack, I was like, oh yeah, this is a solid. I can just tell, like, oh yeah, this nigga know what he talking about right here. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just some nigga on YouTube talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like most of these fuck niggas is on this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, and I just started tapping in, and I'm like, oh, like, you're like, oh, it is some real solid people left in the world. So you know what I'm saying? That's one of the main reasons why I was listening and stuck with my brother Red too. Now, as a guy from the West Coast, Red, you know what I'm saying? Clearly you see that, you know, through your life experiences, bro, we can tell that you got a lot of knowledge and information to give, you know what I'm saying? So I want to know a bit about when you first came home. Like, what was the thing that made you decide, like, versus, because, you know, coming home, especially coming home fucked up, we down. I done been, bro, when I came home, I ain't had nothing either. You understand what I'm saying, man? So what was it made you just spark in your mind, Red, to like when you knew you could have been back to the PIF, you could have went back to the work, you could have been back to a whole bunch of stuff. And you was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go 10 toes down in this content creating stuff because I believe, you know what I'm saying? Just give us a little, you know what I'm saying, a little insight into that.
Well, it's kind of like you apply the same hustle, you know, like, see, like, you know, I got into, you know, the D game when I was 14 years old, and I caught a case at 15, you know what I mean? So I've been, like, everything I talk about, I've been, you know, really, you know, been doing this for a long time, man, you know. So the same game that I applied to that, see, when I came to YouTube, I understood you had to build a channel. So what did you do in the streets? You had to build your clientele, you know what I mean? You had to let motherfuckers know that you got what they looking for. And, you know, sometimes you got to set a demonstration. So, but when I came home, man, I was like, you know, I got to the point to where I was like, you know, I was working, and I've never worked regular jobs in my life, really. So I didn't start working regular jobs until my 30s, to tell you the truth, bro. And I only worked those regular jobs to stay out of jail, to keep PO up. That's you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
I only worked those jobs to stay out of jail. But to tell you the truth, like this last time, because I got caught a few cases in my time, man. You know, I've been there, so you know, been in the trenches. But this last time, man, I was like, you know, my best friend that just got killed, and I really lost everything this last time, right? So I started thinking, like, man, all this money I made, man, I could have been doing something legal, and I could have avoided this bullshit, man, and dealt with less problems and had more money and really financial stability. So I started looking at the content creation thing. I'm like, you got to build your name. Hold on. You can pretty much kick game on this motherfucker, just like we do when we see each other and just talk shit. You know, you see each other, you see your homie on the block, everybody just talking shit. We chopping game, but it's a lot of game being dropped. So I say, you know what? I'm gonna go full throttle with this content creation. You know, when I got out, I hustled a little bit of weed here and there, you know, but I didn't go back to the other shit. I was, you know,
cool.
On that white, on that other shit. I was in that lane for a minute too. But I said, you know, I stuck to the little tree, mainly just selling, you know, to my friends and shit that worked with me. They got a little 100, 200. So I was making about damn near 2 stacks off of the tree, just off of my friends. But I was keeping a regular job, and I was doing my little content at the same time, man. And then, you know, I just kept on building on that, man. And you know, once I got like to 1,000 subs, I was like, you know what, I can actually do this for real. And then I started creating a schedule to where I started creating content. Like I wake up in the morning, drop a pre-recorded video, just like I could do live streams now. But it's the same mentality, man. It's the dedication. It's the consistency. I took the same mindset that I had in the streets to YouTube, and I was like, you know what? If I was if I hustle successfully on the streets, I can come to YouTube and do something legal, but just spread my knowledge and wisdom for it,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So, you know, I wouldn't, and another thing is like, I wasn't thinking about, because, you know, you get in your 30s, 35, you're like, man, going back can be a major setback. I got to do something that's going to keep me out without taking that risk. I'm not 22 no more. Well, I can go serve a 3-4 piece and come back and it's all good.
Right.
You know, that can be devastating once you hit a certain age and you want to be established. So me knowing that, man, I just decided to strategize and put my energy and focus into the right thing, man. And ever since I became a content creator, man, I've been able to quit my job, you know what I mean? And you know, just focus on what I really love doing. Also, you know, I got other little legal stuff on the side that I do, but I've been able to I use the money that I made on YouTube to invest in other businesses, man. So ever since then, I've been able to soar. And I tell people, you don't need 1 million, you don't need 100,000 subscribers, man, to make a good living on YouTube. All you need is a loyal fan base, man. And you can continue to build from there.
Right. That's a fact. Now, you know what I'm saying? Tell us, just give us a little lightweight background on growing up in LA, man. You know what I'm saying? And how that's had such an influence on you becoming the person you are today. Just a brief little history, if you don't mind, Red, if that's not too much to ask.
Oh no, that's good, bro. My bad. LA, like growing up in LA, like we had to, you know, the gang banging, you know, all that shit, the blood and the cripping and shit like that. You know, you grew up in LA, unless you grew up in the suburbs, you know what I mean? Even in some of those valleys, they got hoods out there too. Right. May not be as saturated as the city, but yeah, it's out there too. But growing up where I grew up at, there's no way that you could escape, you know, the culture is there. You know, you go play basketball, niggas, brothers, bloods, and Crips. You go, so the culture was just there.
Right.
And then, you know, I knew a couple of Macs, knew a couple of players and stuff like that. So, yeah, it had a major impact on who I became, because, you know, everything was just right there. You know what I mean? The banging, the slanging, the hustling.
Right.
All that, especially like in the 80s and the 90s, you know, it's like kind of more spread out now, because a lot of places that were cracking, it's kind of like, you know, but in the 80s and 90s, man, everything was like smack. It was like right there. There was no escaping it, man.
Right.
So,
right.
You know, my game comes from the streets of Los Angeles. You know what I mean? It comes from the Macs, the players, the gangsters,
right.
the hustlers. So when you speak, you hear that. It's not an act. You know, I already come from that. I was raised in that, so it's in my blood, because, you know, I grew up in the neighborhood. I grew up in you know, the community. Now, there are certain guys who grew up in the neighborhood, but they didn't really come outside. They wasn't active. They wasn't active participants in the bullshit that was going on in the community. I was an active participant of the bullshit. Like I say, I caught a case for possession of sales and possession of firearm at 15. So I was already heavily involved in the streets, like at an early age, because everything was there. You know, I had people in my family member that was on crack, a couple of people that was drug dealers, a couple of dope things. Right. So I made a choice at an early age, seeing all that I wanted to be a hustler. Right. I didn't want to be no dope fiend. I wanted to be a player and a hustler. And I seen the outcome of
the dope fiend ass nigga.
Yeah, I seen the outcome of that. So I was like, you know, I chose the, you know, some of the game for the players.
Right. Yeah.
But the game, but you know what, bro? But you know what? The gangsterism actually came before the player shit, though. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because that came first. I got to the player shit later, man.
Right, because I just know we roughly the same age. I just remember growing up in them times, and I just know I could imagine how it was in Cali, just off of how it was out here where I'm from. And I you know what I'm saying, I could just imagine how it was in Cali, because it's 1,000 times worse out there. So yeah, though, man, we got my brother Red Supreme TV1 in the building, man. Smash that like button, click on that bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering, all of that, man. We got my brother in the building, man, chopping up game now. You know what I'm saying? So now you here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go over there, subscribe to my brother page right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Open up another window. Go type in Red Supreme TV1 and go subscribe to that joint right now if you ain't already, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hit that goddamn Cash App, all of that shit, man. Ain't shit changed just because we over here at A Real Talk, man. It's the same shit. Now, Red, you know what I'm saying? You sitting over here on YouTube, my nigga got down there 16K. You know what I'm talking about, man? That's an accomplishment right there. You know what I'm talking about? In my
Getting
eyes.
up to 10K, hey bro, getting up to 10K as a black YouTuber is hard. It is.
That's tough. That's very, very tough. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
as
Especially
a black.
nowadays.
Think about it, my nigga. Our population is small. See, it's
Yes.
easier for whites to get up to 10K because they got a larger support system, a bigger population. And just think about this black YouTube space. It's really small, my nigga. So you think about the shit we talk about. So we already in a minority community. But as black men, we are minority out of a minority group because black women outnumber us. So we're the minority group in a minority group. And then you think about what percentage of black men actually consume real shit and not blue pill shit. Most consume social engineering blue pill content. So we're catering to a very small market, my nigga. So to reach 10K in this small market is a hell of an accomplishment, man.
That's a hell of an accomplishment, brother. Hell of a compliment. So, and you on your way to I thought the last time it was like 15.9. So
I got like 20 more subs. I'll be at 16K.
Right. So you know, so y'all make sure y'all go there, subscribe to my brother, get my brother to that 16 bands, man. You hear me? Think about the numbers, y'all. The reflection of the numbers and the success of the black content creators will reflect the numbers, right? I'm glad Red brought that up. You know what I'm saying? Because we can get right into it. Now, when you think about that right there, that paradigm, Red, right? When you think about that, that should say a lot to you, man. That should let you know how much of it really is not. You know what I'm saying? And also that, listen to what Red said, a lot of y'all consume a lot of bullshit content. The stuff that's just meaningless bullshit that don't add on to your life in any way. And the stuff that's out there, a lot of people really don't pay attention to that stuff. That the content that actually could do that. Everybody's so wrapped up in the fuckery.
Yeah, bro. The algorithms here, a lot of people switch up just based on what the algorithm promotes, and a lot of people want to eat, they want to make money. So I understand it, but it's up to us as the people to what we make popular. You know, we can't be following the machine.
Right.
You know, a lot of niggas said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna start dancing, my nigga."
That's crazy. That's absolutely y'all niggas terrible for doing that, man. For real, man. You niggas terrible, man. Y'all doing that, man. And I just want to say this real quick. Man, listen here, y'all, man. Even though we up against this unintelligent artificial intelligence, what's up? We got Cupcake in the building. What's up with you, baby? You know what I'm talking about? Even though we is up against it, like I say all the time, this stuff is not smarter than us, man. It's not more intelligent than us. And we can't let it beat us, man. You hear me? And that's what it's doing for real right now. And I'll be wanting y'all to pay attention. I know that sound crazy, and some of you niggas be on that bullshit ass conspiracy. I done broke that shit down too. Look at what's going on. Y'all see the unintelligent artificial intelligence at work in your face, and most of you niggas don't even want to admit it. You hear me? And we seeing it play out. You know what I'm saying? My brother Red is being affected by it. There are a lot of people being affected by it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. You seen the son Campbell going off about the algorithm, how they fucking with his money?
Yes. You start feeling that in that old pocket, man. They can't go get the motherfucking chain, the most silly looking ass chains that nigga be wearing, man. Hey, man. Nah, but on some real stuff, though, man. And you starting to see it, though. Now, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the numbers, y'all, man, and I know Red can definitely attest to this right here. The numbers is definitely being messed with. That's the unintelligent artificial intelligence at work. But we gotta also keep in there that some guys just suck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true too.
But look at this though. But just and this is the thing to go back to the unintelligent artificial intelligence and the numbers. But see, it's influencing and manipulating the numbers and giving off the perception that by a certain amount of numbers of subscribers or likes or views that this is something that you should watch.
Yeah, right. Yep.
I want you to expound on that, Red, because you know for sure and firsthand about this right here. And this is your pal in your face example of what the unintelligent artificial intelligence is doing. So just go ahead and expound on that real quick, Red, because I know you can, you know personally about this situation right here.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. See, one thing I do know is See, perception becomes reality,
Yes.
and the people in the media understand that. So if they can dumb down numbers of stuff that people can really learn from, they can do that because, like I say, perception becomes your reality. So if you look at lower numbers, that's perceived as it's not that good, not that many people are watching.
Right.
But then you look at another channel that just does goofy shit. There's no real value to it. It's just goofy shit. But the algorithm pushes it so much, it gets these crazy numbers. So it gives you the false. You're under the impression that this must be good because a lot of people are watching it. So
Right.
they're manipulating the minds, like you say, with this artificial intelligence, social programming. So
Right.
they have programmed everybody to think that numbers also must mean that this is great. It must be associated with greatness because of the numbers. But in reality, it can be the total opposite. What's
Exactly.
not being promoted could actually be the best shit, and what's being promoted could be actually garbage.
Right.
So but you got to have a mind and think for your own to know that. If you're
Right.
going with popular opinion based on numbers, then you'll never understand. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine is a prime example.
Example.
In 2019, he sold the most records, way more records than niggas that was lyrical or that's killing shit that can kill a beat.
Right.
So you say to yourself, well, Tekashi 6ix9ine, so let me go buy it to see what the hype is about. Now you're overlooking the guys with real talent, the real artists, because you're going to check something out based on numbers.
Right.
So that's a prime example. That's why I use Tekashi. He sold the most records, but is he the best rapper? Fuck no.
No.
So you're seeing the same effect on YouTube with a lot of Gilligans. They took some speech classes in college. They got some editors to make their channel look good. And people watch that shit because it's doing numbers. But these are Gilligans who study stats and the life of real Max and pimps to come up with their answers. Facts.
Niggas reading motherfucking pimps up, watching pimps up and hold down and reading Iceberg Slim. So how about this though, man?
Good, bro, and they can speak good, and they got good editing skills. So these squares that don't understand what authentic players are, they believe they don't know no better, bro. So a motherfucker speaking good with graphics, technology, that's good for YouTube. The presentation is good, but the person who's speaking is a fraud.
Right. And that just goes right into what I be talking about, Red, when I be saying when I be saying that this is the breaking up of our psyches, man. You get this, you know what I'm saying? And think about it too, in a sense, though, Red, take it back to the trend. Hey, it's just like in the joint. You can be who you want to be up into a certain degree.
Yeah.
You hear me? Now, the difference between this and then being in the joint or in jail or whatever, right, is that it happened a lot faster. Because you know what I mean? You can't pretend. But out here, you can get away with it, as we see. You can get away with pretending for a very long time. And even when you get put on blast, like, people will still blindly support you. So yeah. I want you to speak on that, Red, man, from your experience of with interacting with YouTube and just from your knowledge and, you know what I'm saying, your perspective of seeing this stuff occur and come into manifestation right in our face on YouTube. I want you to speak on it, bro. You hear me? Only like how Red Supreme can. Go ahead, bro.
Well, like you talk about like the hold on, I was shortly distracted. Say that again. All right, I got a little distraction.
Oh no, you good. I'm just saying about, you know, about how all this stuff going on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? As far as like all the fuckery going on, you know what I mean? And as far as when you coming in, you know what I'm saying, seeing how you just perceiving it from your perspective, you know what I'm saying, and what the end game is, you know what I'm saying? Because it's clearly an agenda at foot, you know what I'm saying, with the playing with the numbers and all of that. And you know what I'm saying? And I just basically go ahead and sit up there and talk about, you know what I'm saying, how you where you see this going and and one of the main reasons why you think it's going on.
Well, like I say, it's you don't want people waking up to what they really need to do because it takes money out of their pocket. Like if you on here teaching all of this game to the people, right? And you're trying to get people to be independent thinkers. See, they don't want that. They control everything with the media, social programming.
Right.
So what you want to do is you want beef up the numbers of the people who contribute to that social programming, like Takashi 6ix9ine, the Sweet Boy, Little X Nas, or whatever. See, when you take people like that, you put them in the forefront and you give them numbers, because they will keep people in, that mindset of, they're just following popularity. They're following what's being promoted.
Right.
So you promote that and you dumb down the numbers of the people that's promoting independent thinkers. So it's just another way to control the minds of the people. You know what I mean? And media is a powerful tool. It's always been a powerful tool. So you're going to use media and propaganda to control the people. Like, if they can control what's cool, then they can control the minds of the people. Because the youth, the next generation they will inspire.
Right.
They'll pretty much follow in the same footsteps as those of the ones that they put in the forefront.
Right.
So they'll be inspired to be just that. So if you control the mindset of the people, then you control society. You know what I mean? You control the economy, you control the mindset of the people, and everything starts with the mind.
Right.
And with the media propaganda and what they're pushing right now, they got the minds of the youth. Everybody doing this drill rap. The bitches want to be, I'm gonna get the bag, I'm gonna get what I want. The niggas want to be gang bangers and gangsters. So as long as you keep pumping this poison, nobody in our community will rise above, the conditions that we're in right now, because you keep people operating on this low frequency. Hey man, you're gonna keep niggas filling the penitentiary. You're gonna keep these bitches gonna continue to be baby mamas, and niggas gonna fill the penitentiaries. And that feeds the system, that feeds the beast. And how do they keep doing it? With this social engineering, social programming, promote the thoughts, promote the fuck niggas. And that's what'll continue to spread. The culture is what's fucked up, bro. And they're using the media to spread this poison.
That's a fact. Shout out to Mr. O. Shout out to Solo Dolo and everybody in the building. Y'all hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe bell. And click on the bell and all of that. Subscribe to the page. Now, this is something I want to ask you, Red, man, because I see it's a lot of stuff that be going on over here, and I'm seeing a lot of bullshit tactics that I seen when I was in the streets being done on YouTube on the digital side too, with the people getting into the spirit of snitching and rat bastardry, and you know what I mean? And I know you have some experience with all this stuff, bro. And I just want you to speak on how serious, things can actually get when dudes who know they really ain't about that type of action, right? And this is just because this thing is serious, because as we've seen in our society, people have lost their lives by things that started online. Am I correct when I say that, Red?
Yeah, it's a lot of that shit, bro.
Right. So I want you to speak on, being a guy from the turf like me, on how serious that stuff is, and to not only is it stupid and doesn't serve no purpose to bring that stuff to the internet, but also how, detrimental it can be when you is really not about that for real, but you can be possibly coming into contact with people who are. You know what I'm saying? I want you to go ahead and speak on that real quick, like only how my brother Red Supreme could, man.
Well, a lot of people feel like trolling is the way to go to become successful. Like, if you're not getting attention, just start trolling. But see, the thing is, when you're involved in street politics in your content, and you're taunting motherfuckers in the streets, like, even if you really are about that, like, why would you want that negative attention following you? You know what I'm saying? Right. So my advice to you tough guys and gangsters, man, we supposed to be on the internet to spread knowledge and make money. This is a business.
Exactly.
It's for the most part, it's black people bringing street politics and ignorant shit to the internet that fuck around and get them killed. So my thing is this, man. I've been to jail for shit. I've lost friends. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody on this internet, right? So the thing about it is, man, the trolling is like it's like a disease. It's a drug, bro. It's like a lot of people get a high from, just trolling. You know what I mean? Some people get a high off trolling in my comment section. They get off of that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just think about a motherfucker that's getting caught on a platform from trolling. If a motherfucker can get a high just trolling in the comment section, think about a motherfucker content creator that's getting a buzz off trolling.
Right.
But see, the problem is when you taunt real street people, there's consequences for that, right? And my advice is to be like, just stay out of the petty beats, man. Unless you feel like you got something to prove, then do your thing. It's not gonna end well for you. But the flexing, the telling niggas to pull up, to drop locations, it's like we're using this shit for everything but what it's supposed to be used for, and which is business.
Right.
You know, it's like with our music, you got to worry about getting shot going to the concert. We bringing this ignorant shit to the YouTube. Niggas is dying, and not just dying, going to prison over what they say on YouTube. So the ignorance, man, is just like, you know, it's just undeniable, man. It's just it's just undeniable. When you see the shit that people do, you see the things that people say, man, bro. All I can say is this: you don't never know who's watching this motherfucker, right?
Man,
because most of the people that's watching don't type in the comment section. So you got to watch what you say. Like, even when I do those videos about hood wars in LA, I don't disrespect nobody's set. I tell the truth about like history of what happened, but I don't, you know, like old boy Savage Studios, he was saying fuck everybody said. He said fuck the Mexican mafia. So he just was like, he was, you know, he was wild.
It was outlandish with it, man.
Yeah, he was outlandish with it, bro. That motherfucker was just, but you never know. Like I said, man, you never know who's listening, man. And he arguing with this one particular individual, right? Saying, fuck your hood, fuck your hood. He ain't gonna be the one that shoot you. It's gonna be a nigga from his hood that you don't know that's gonna run down on you for that shit. So my thing is this, man. Nobody's too big to get dealt with, man. It's all about being smart, man. Mind elevation will keep you out of bad situations. Soak up this game by Red Supreme and Virgil, man.
That's some real shit, man. We got motherfucking Amari Brown in the building. We got High King Andrews in the building. My brother John Jay in the building. He just dropped 10 in the Cash App. Good looking out to the big homie John Jay. I'm telling you, I think when I got a time, I'm gonna go down to the A, man. Go fuck with John Jay when I finally do leave up out of here. I just recently got parole not too long ago. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I can freely travel now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's beautiful right there. Listen, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy thing that I sit back and notice as I've been just paying attention to everything too, Red. And I'm glad that you spoke on that, man, because you know what I'm saying? It's like I say, man, it's sinking and linking your mind with this stuff. And people got to understand. And like I say, if you pay attention to everything that's going on, man, it's getting your mind prepared to be linked and synced with this damn metaverse stuff they got going on. And the reason why I speak on this so much, though, because, you know what I'm saying, the people that they really coming for is our kids. And if we so busy arguing with ourselves, using this, like my man Red said, in all the wrong ways, in ways we could be using it for a whole different purpose. Brown Hornet in the building. What's up, big bro? We could be using this for, you feel me, Red? Like what we doing right now. We could be using this to just like network and like build stuff. And it's working in the same way it worked throughout any other time, but they just digitized it now, man. I mean, you know, made it holographic and all of that stuff now, though. People falling right for it again. You know what I'm saying? But I think, Red, and I want you to speak on this, Red, though, because this is one of the reasons why I rock with you real heavy, no homo pause, right? You know what I'm saying? You real a guy that's about, you know what I'm saying, bringing brothers together. You know what I'm saying? And in the era, in the time on YouTube, internet period, but specifically especially YouTube, when so much division is being promoted, you know what I'm saying? I want you to speak on why you think it's so important to bring real brothers together, man, and you know what I'm saying, and use the platform for, you know what I'm saying, what we like-minded guys could do versus really getting involved with all the rigmarole that come with it, like what we know is going on.
Well, if we don't bring balance to this shit, you know, more people gonna come here to spread more nonsense. More people gonna get killed. It's gonna be just it's going to be more destruction and chaos instead of people networking and doing business. So, you know, if we coming over here chopping up games, spreading the knowledge, you're gonna see niggas who was on the bullshit conform. Because I heard it's guys like Red. I was on some bullshit, man. I started listening to you. I realized my foolish ways. So it's very important that we spread this message.
That's real, Red.
Because a lot of cats, you got some cats that just, some people are born to just want to do bullshit, but then you got guys who really don't know no better. Like if they can see a better way, they would do it.
Right.
So when it comes to those guys, it's very important that they see brothers up like us chop it up. Because like when I show people, I didn't go to college.
Right.
You know, I didn't go to college. Shit, I dropped out of high school, bro. Listen, man, I caught cases. I dropped out of high school. I went back and got my, you know, my diploma and shit, man. But nah, man, I did a lot of fucking up, man. I've been locked down, home, got out. And the thing is, you know, a nigga doing better than a lot of people I know that went to college and got degrees.
Right.
And a lot of that makes them become haters because they say, how could this nigga that's been in jail several times be doing better than me? His woman look better than mine. How is that possible?
Right.
So it's motivation for a lot of guys to know, like, regardless of where you come from, bro, that ain't got nothing to do with your destination, bro. You know what I mean? You can, you know, we've been through the mud, we've been through the trenches, but you know, the destination is called success. Yes, and I can give you, brother, some game to help you to get there a whole lot quicker without going through the bullshit. Right. So this content is motivation for the brothers who maybe at one point in time thought it was hopeless. I thought so myself. I had to get out. Listen, I got out of jail. I didn't have no money, no car, nowhere to stay. I literally started my YouTube channel with an Obama phone, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I started my channel with an Obama phone, man. I didn't have no money. That phone I got, bro, I started talking and, you know, chopping up game. I got me a little gig. I was hustling, I was grinding, but I was putting out those pre-recorded videos because I was rebuilding my empire. You know what I mean? Like, because like before that, I was doing good. But after that little trip, that little bid, man, I had to come back and bounce back and start all over in life. I didn't have none of them cars no more. I didn't have no bank account because I was stupid. I had all the money stashed in places the motherfuckers came back and stole.
Right.
So I didn't have no, see, now I'm smarter. I got different accounts and shit. You know, I learned a lot from that, you know, but it made me smarter and it made me want to dedicate to do something better. It made, you know, I was dedicated. My mind was made up that I got to do something better. You know, if I can put my focus into all this shit, this street shit, I can put that same focus into something that's legal, that's going to keep me out of jail, that's going to keep me out of prison, and I can build wealth and spread the knowledge and wisdom to other brothers who've been in a similar situation, you know.
Yeah. And that's what's up, man. And you know, and that's what we supposed to do, man. When you've been through certain experiences and you be able to live through them, you know what I'm talking about, Red, when so many haven't. You know what I'm saying? That's just being in the street. Shout out to Andrea in the building. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you live through that. You know what I'm saying? You've been through going through prison and jail. You made it through that. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that you come home and share your experiences with people, man. I mean, you know what I mean? Because, you know, that information could help somebody. There might be a young guy out here who may be going into the same similar path that both of us went down. And by listening to this, you know what I'm saying, they might think about something doing something different. Not only that, if they tap in and listen, right, they're going to hear some real good game and they'll be a more disciplined young guy and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to speak on why you think it's important, you know what I'm saying, to be a good role model and a good perception and image of how men should operate for the young guys specifically who potentially could be watching on YouTube.
Well, we got to, because like the thing about it is, you know, a lot of cats, I ain't gonna mentor it, we ain't gonna do this. Fuck that, I ain't dealing with them young niggas. Listen, you can't teach everybody, right? But if somebody wants to learn, then it's, you know, I'm gonna feel it's my duty to give it to them, because it's like, if we're not gonna, like, why would we complain about what the youth do? Like, complain about what they're doing, right? But we're not gonna offer any correction, like, hey, you know, a lot of young cats say, oh, these young niggas this, these young niggas that. Yeah, but you're not telling them what they're doing wrong. You need not only tell them what they're doing wrong, tell them there's a better way. Not only tell them, show them the better way to do it. Because I'm not going to just tell you, you're doing wrong. You need, no, like a lot of them old nigga want, oh, nigga, you need to just stay in school. You need to do this. You need to do that, which is true, right? But they can't give you no examples of what to do. They can just tell you you're doing the wrong thing.
Right.
So I'm here to bring balance. I see the mistake in the elders in our community. They were just telling us, go to school, do this, but they didn't set no examples.
Right.
They just told us what to do. But if we looked at what they were doing, it didn't add up to what they were saying. So we want to be the example of what we're talking about. So when we tell these young niggas, like when I tell a young cats, like, look, bro, hey man, I before I got what I'm doing now, I was working a regular job, my nigga, getting up 4 o'clock every morning. You know what made it easier for me to do that? Before prison, nigga, that would have never happened. You know why? Because I was getting up, selling rocks, got bitches, getting money. I'm getting money. I'm used to getting up early, running program. Now, when I had to sit down for that time that I had to sit down, they gave me a job in a bakery. I had to get up 3:30 in the morning to do that motherfucker. Now, you know why I did that shit? If I didn't do it, they was gonna take my good time. Because the first time, nigga, I ain't finna come. Well, I'm gonna come to jail and go to work when I didn't work in the free world. Right. That, you know, that was my mindset.
That was your
I'm gonna come to
right
prison.
there.
I'm gonna come to prison and work. I broke the law to come to this motherfucker. Why would I come to this motherfucker to start following laws? Right? But when, you know, I understood if I don't do this shit, I don't, you know, I get my good time taken, which means I'm gonna sit in this motherfucker for maybe an extra 2 years. So if you, okay, let's just say you get 3 years, right?
Right. And
they might say like, no, California might say, okay, you got 5 years, but we only want fucking 40%. So you might get 5 years, and because California is so crowded. So they might say, but you got to do the work program. If you don't do it, then you're gonna do the whole 5. But if you do the work program, you can come home in 2.5 instead of the whole 5. Right. So what you gonna do? You're gonna do the work to come home. Right. Now I've seen some niggas say, fuck that nigga, I'm doing all my I seen some hard ass niggas. I just wasn't one of them. I just wasn't one of them.
All the career said, hey, fuck that. Let me get up through ASAP. What you talking about? It sucks.
But look, bro, that skill set in jail taught me how to listen, if it wasn't for that, I would have never. So you can learn discipline and structure in there, because you're gonna do things that you would have never done home. You might read more, you might work out more, you might like in my case, I would have never got up in the free world at that time to work a job, but I was put in an environment to where I was forced to do it. So ever since then, bro, you know, it just upped my game. I'd be up early doing my live stream, you know. So a lot of stuff that I learned in there, I actually applied it to the real world. A lot of people don't understand that. Like, you got a lot of guys that wasn't even used to making up their bed until they went to prison. So, you know, so there's a lot of lessons that I learned in there that I brought out here that's beneficial for my business and the way that I conduct myself now.
Right.
You know, the respect, because, you know, in there, you know, respect. So the respect is everything. You know, you bump into somebody, say, excuse me, it don't matter. That's just a mutual respect thing in there, right?
Right.
So there's lessons that can be learned. Unfortunately, you know, you don't want to have to go there to learn, but if you're gonna go there, you should learn. Some guys don't, but you know, I took the time. I studied more things about business. I studied a lot about myself, and I came out as a better person, and I ain't never looked back. I ain't been back to that motherfucker, and I ain't never looked back.
I know that's right. Me either, my nigga. I've been home going on 7 years, nigga, and I ain't been, nigga. I got a fucking traffic ticket or 2. That's it.
Yeah, right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
My life of criminality is over because it ain't worth it. Because I'm telling you right now, especially with this damn whole lockdown situation we just went through, man, I was in contact with my people that were still locked up. And listen here, I'm glad I ain't in there, man. I'm going to just say that. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother show right there.
It's horrible in there right now, man.
I couldn't even imagine being in jail right now. Man.
All them sick, the motherfuckers getting sick in there. Yeah, it's horrible, man. You know,
terrible.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine that.
Stay up out of there. Stay up out of there, young brothers. Shit.
Hey, y'all, from Stacks with the Facts and Red Supreme TV1. Hey, don't go to jail, man. Stop committing crimes, man.
Yeah, man. That's what you do.
So Red, my brother, man, we got my brother Red Supreme TV1 on the platform and situation, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, you know what I'm talking about, share your social engineering and all of that. Definitely go over there to Red Supreme TV1, you know what I'm saying? And goddamn subscribe to his page right now. My brother, I meant to say something about that. My brother John Jay said, he said, y'all street brothers maybe reconnect with my street cousins. That's what's up, John Jay, man. That's what's up, man. Smash that like button. Shout out to Project Leroy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know,
Man. So Red, man. Now, you know, we chop it up about various things over there on my brother's platform, you know what I'm saying? And you know, things can get hectic sometimes, so to speak, but I want to know what motivated you to you know what I'm saying, start to really just like focus on speaking towards, because you could have came on here and start talking about anything, you know what I'm saying, but when you first came on, you was mostly dropping game on these bras, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I think and I respect you for being known for that, because that lets you know that, you know what I'm saying, even though a nigga could have came on here and bragged about what I was doing in the streets, I don't have to do that. I can brag about something else that's real more smooth player like, and I can, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like the same thing, but a little bit more smoothed out, slowed down.
Yeah.
I respect that about you, Red. That's one of the reasons why, you know what I'm saying, I said, you know, because, you know, I'm a very similar type of guy like that myself. So I want you to go ahead and sit up there and talk about why you chose to come at it like that, when you could have came out talking about the blood and the Crip, and you could have came out like one of these niggas we see on YouTube. You could have came out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go ahead, if you don't mind, Red. Bless us.
Nah, I'm glad.
I always wanted to know that, bro.
I'm glad you asked that, bro. Like, right. You know, that there's so much negativity. It's like, see, there's guys who started prison channels and shit. I don't want to come from jail or prison. Right. Do what I got to do to get out of that motherfucker, and then as a free man, start a channel talking about it. I didn't want to do that, man. But a lot of guys have. Yeah, I didn't want to do that, bro, because like I really lost people. You know what I mean? Like I've lost people, so there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of death that comes with this, man. And you know, I didn't want to talk about that like on YouTube, man. You know, like being a player helped me get away from a lot of that shit. Like, you know, like macking and playerism. Like, you know, I just started kind of dealing with the ladies. Even I kind of fell back with like on a lot of the street hustling, man. Like when I started doing that, and you know, just kind of, you know, it kept me out of more bullshit. So I'm like, you know what? I want to come to the YouTube, still talk to the brothers, but get them game on ladies, man, on the women, you know. So I wanted to take that. I didn't want to talk about, like every now and then I talk about street because people request it. I talk about, but I didn't want my whole channel to be about that, man, because I've been through that, man. It's like I took a lot of losses behind that. You know, I didn't went to jail. I had setbacks. I lost people that were close to me to the streets and shit like that. So I didn't want to come on YouTube talking about that. Now, I don't mind coming on, dropping some game on it, but I wanted my content to be about something else. I could have I could have made this channel a street channel because I've been through enough to do that. You know, I know all the politics. I done been through it. I done lived it, but I didn't want to do that, man. That negativity consumes your energy, man. And I just wanted to do something else, man. You know, I've been in the streets a long time, and I just wanted to do something else, man.
Right. And that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just something I always wanted to know. Because I'm like, you know, like myself, I could have came on here talking about a whole bunch of other stuff too, though. But you know what I'm saying? We choose to talk about what we choose to talk about. I just was curious, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, damn, my nigga Red, he could have came on here like one of these other guys on here, you know what I'm saying, out of LA. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I was like, but he chose to go another lane, and that's you know when somebody is you know what I'm saying, a great thinker when they choose to do something different than everybody else. Because, you know, I know you being the type of guy you are, I know that's something that came across the thought. Like, man, I don't want to come across like the rest of these, another LA nigga talking about the prison joints or the gangs and all that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I didn't want to do that, man. I wanted to start my platform talking about like stuff in the community, mainly like, you know, brothers dealing with women. Because see, I realized this. That's why I started talking about this. I realized no matter what lifestyle you come from, you could have been a nerd, a square, gangbanger, street nigga. most guys were having problems with women. And I seen a lot of them niggas in the joint that was stressing over their women. And a lot of that shit had to do with the lack of game. So I said, I witnessed squares going through shit with women, street niggas. So I said, this is something that men from all walks of life can relate to.
Right.
So let me talk about something that men from all walks of life can relate to. Because everybody ain't no street nigga, but every straight man likes women. So that's why I decided to talk about that.
Right. Yeah, that's what's up though, because that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That is a fact right there. That's definitely something. No matter what lifestyle type of lifestyle you living or what you getting into, one thing we all got in common amongst ourselves as men is we all like women. And we all we all done had our experiences with them, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And when you've been really out here, and I'm not saying this to brag like I'm bragging about how many chicks I'm with. It's just about life experience. That's all it is, man. Sadly, the thing is, there's a lot of guys that go through life and they don't have these experiences. And they don't interact with women in no ways. So they don't have these experiences. So, I mean, some of this stuff might sound alien to them, but not to be like nobody's bragging about their, their sexual conquest or none of that. It's just about life experiences and what we have gathered over the years for interacting with women. Is we kind of noticed a pattern of things. And when you recognize patterns, if you have the ability to do so, you can see that when you mess with enough women, you'll see that they pretty much all act the same. You know what I'm saying? To some degree. And you know what I mean? That's some guys don't have that interaction with females, right? So they don't know that. And that's where we get all these guys who just be so thirsty and in need of the game, man. Now, Red, this is what I want to ask you about, bro, because you know what I'm saying? You already know how I feel about it, but since you the guest on the show tonight, we're going to ask you about it, brother. Now, it's this thing going on where you got these, and I'm going to be real civil about this, man, because you know how I feel about this too, Red, man. Is you got these guys coming on, and I don't really too much talk about how I feel. You hear me? That's how serious this situation is to me right here. You know what I mean? You got guys on the internet and social engineering and YouTube and all that talking about how game is outdated and how you don't need game for certain things and game is just not in all this game and all of that, man. Red, go on here and sit there and talk about, you know what I'm saying, what game really is, the importance of it, and how much you need it in every aspect of your life until the day you leave this motherfucker, man.
Oh man, see what a lot of guys don't understand is see, a lot of people think game, the generic version of game is just slick talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these guys that's not cut from the lifestyle, that's never really been a part of anything, out here in the streets. When they hear game, they think we just talking, slick talk. They think of game as manipulation.
Right.
They don't think of game as in navigation, teaching you how to move, giving you a better understanding, so that you can have a better comprehension. See, they don't think of game as like that. So it's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And then plus, the mouthpiece is just like the icing on the cake, the charisma, the personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of these guys think game is just talking. No, game is like verbal communication is only a part of the game. The biggest part of the game is your understanding. The verbal communication is just the icing. But your understanding comes first. And once you have the proper understanding, now you know what to say and when to say it. So the communication is just the icing on the cake. So when I hear guys saying, "Oh, well, I don't shit," Red, I hear that content you make. But as long as I have money, I travel. I don't need any game. I said, okay, but so you mean to tell me I hear that slick talk, Ray. I don't need a mouthpiece when I'm in Brazil. As long as I have money, I don't need any of that game. I said, you don't think bitches in Brazil set Americans up to be robbed? You don't think a lot of those females are prostitutes? You got to know how to move out there as well, my nigga. What you talking about?
You definitely need game for situations like that. And that's what I be sitting there talking about, man. Listen to these guys on this goddamn YouTube, man. You hear me? And it ain't even about no complaining stuff. This is real stuff. This is real men, real nigga talk. You know what I'm talking about, real man, for real, man. It's like it's crazy, and especially from a guy like me, you know what I'm saying? The doing this stuff that I'll be into. I'll be looking at this stuff like, damn, this stuff is really working too. They're like really doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I look at it and I see the dudes just falling in line and people just falling in line, and you know what I'm saying? It's just like, goddamn, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I see how it's just having such an effect on people, you know what I mean? you know what I'm saying, we get called all types of stuff for speaking out about it. You know what I'm talking about, man? And that's one of the reasons why I rock with my brother Red Supreme, because, you know what I'm saying, he had his fair share of scrutiny on this here YouTube, man, and the way he handles it. You hear me? The way my brother handles the scrutiny is so you know what I'm saying, so thorough, you know what I mean? And done in such a way, you know what I'm talking about. Salute to Jay Skywalker in the building, man. He do it in such a thorough way, man. And I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he's supposed to handle stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm gonna say about my brother. I noticed though, and this is what going to segue into what I'm about to ask you about. Y'all notice how my brother don't really get bent out of shape though. Pay attention to that, man. Like, one thing we have to keep it now. Use your foresight, man, and your critical thinking now. That's because that's what we do over here. We actually think over here, man. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? When you get into it with the guy, you know how my brother Red don't never really take it really personal. You know what I'm saying? And for one main reason, it's not real. It's not real. And Red, I want you to speak on, right? I want you to speak on how you being, for so to less, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, a real guy, you know what I'm saying, and you be knowing that through your experience with different situations on this platform, you know what I'm saying, how, you know what I'm saying, dudes can or the situation can come to where people make threats or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, and you not taking it serious because you know it's not real. I want you to speak on, like, from your perspective on how this, especially this specific platform, YouTube right here, is having an effect on people's psyche to where, you know what I'm saying, they develop these personas online, but offline, it's a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like how people develop the online persona, and
Yes.
well, it's easy to do that, man, because like, you know, a lot of times online, you're talking to a lot of people who don't know you. So if you can make that shit sound convincing, you can make that shit sound real, people will follow you. So it's not like it's not like in real life to where, you know, you can, it's easier to spot it because, you know, they're not, you can see their actions. See, online people just talk and log off. So online you can create an image, you know, and you know, like I said, perception becomes people reality. So if you sound convincing, then people take that as reality, even though it can be, you know, the furthest thing from that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just is what it is, man. But I'm just like, I never understood that, right? No, I'm not gonna say I never understood that. I don't do that because I'm a real person. Like when it comes to like, even with me keeping my composure, man, you know what, man? I had my people tried to take my life in real life. So you think I'm worried about what a nigga saying on the internet? Now I don't take shit lightly. I'm strapped. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm strapped. I don't go around fucking with nobody, but shit, I keep the blowers, so I don't be tripping off no dumb shit. I don't take bullshit lightly, but nah, man, I done been in, you know, even in jail, man, the knife play comes into play, man. So I done been in situations where race riots took place. You know, on the streets, people shooting at me, trying to take my. So I've been in real life situations, man. What a nigga saying on the internet don't move me. It really don't. That's why you might see me roast and, you know, say, but I never get it. It don't get me out of character, man, because I've been through real shit in real life. That's why, to make a long story short.
Right. And I like the way you just be finessing it, because that's very much similar to how I would do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see other real ones doing it too. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're gonna flame and roast and joke. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I think when people get into really taking stuff real serious, man, and you know, falling into these, you know, these ideologies and these super inflated egos and personas, you know what I'm saying? I'm noticing as I look at and observe you too. Jay Jermaine in the building came through with the cash app, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my Columbus, Ohio nigga in the building. You know what I'm talking about? What's good with you, my bro? You know what I mean? We got the homie Red Supreme TV1 on the demonstration. And yeah, though, man, that's gonna be, and I like to speak on that, Red, because I'm starting to see, like, you know what I'm saying, how if you notice this shift, and I'm pretty sure you've been paying attention to it, it's like through the content I'm noticing that is being pushed toward like people promoting and talking about like physical confrontation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Man, niggas be dying. Hey, Verge, niggas been dying over that shit in LA, man. Like, you know, Savage Studios, he was a
right.
He was an essay, right? From
Right.
a Mexican gang in like the San Fernando Valley. That's like the county. It's not the city, but like I told you, and the valley, they got gangs out there too. A lot of niggas like when you hear the valley in California, don't automatically think it's Saw, because you know, don't think that. You know, it's not LA, but it can still goes down. So San Gabriel Valley, it get turned up in certain areas.
Right.
He went to prison, and you know, when he went to prison, he caught a case. You know, he used to hustle in the same areas. When I left LA, I used to be in San Bernardino, Redlands. Like LA niggas would go out there and grind and make more profit. That's where I caught my case at, in San Bernardino. You know that, but anyway, he became like in California, you got this thing called gang dropouts. Like guys they're not in good groups. Like, let's just say everybody in PC in California ain't somebody that snitch. Like, you probably went to PC because you got in a gambling debt. You couldn't pay that motherfucker. And instead of waiting to get stabbed, you tell the officers, "Hey man, I can't be here no more." So they send you to special needs yard, right?
So it's like halfway checking in, Red. Like half checking in.
Yeah, you check up, but I be telling everybody, just because a nigga on the SNY yard don't mean he won't stab your motherfucking ass.
Right.
Because everybody over there ain't no punk. Some niggas just did bad drug debts. I even seen shot callers for certain races end up over there. Say like you a shot caller from a gang, and you decided to go to war with the blacks, but you made a bad call when it could have been resolved. Now the people above you, now you gonna get hit for making a bad call. So I seen shot callers be on PCRs as well because they made a bad call, right? Basically, like, you sent your people to war and it was a bad call, and it could have been avoided. Now the higher ups on them level foes, they want you to hit. Now you was just a shot caller of that particular yard right there. Now you're food. So I've seen shot callers become food, and they got to check in so that they don't get stabbed on the main line. So yeah, everybody on them PC yard ain't a snitch. Some niggas made bad calls. Some niggas got a gambling debt that they couldn't pay off. So now niggas want to stab them when they see them on site. So there's many reasons why people end up on them SNY yards and they become gang dropouts. Savage was a gang dropout. I think it was like a bad gambling debt. It wasn't no snitch shit or nothing like that.
Yeah.
He did something and he got in bad graces with his gang. And what happened was, on them PC yards, they started their own gangs. I kid you not, nigga. They got PC gangs in California, nigga. Look it up.
PC. Hold on, Red. Stop. Hold on. Oh shit, man! Not a PC gang, man. What?
Hey, nigga. It be more Verge. It be more stabbings on them PC yards in the main line. I kid you not. Hey, them PC yards. But you know what? Because everybody over there ain't snitches. Some of them niggas wanted to go over there because they didn't want to follow the laws of their gangs no more. So some of them niggas go over there on purpose. So it's a lot of GP guys. I'm like, okay, my nigga. Just because he over there, some of them niggas will carve your motherfucking ass up like they're in a butcher shop, nigga. I've seen it. So don't think because he over there that he won't do it to you. Who do you think beat shitty cuz down? The PC inmates are the ones that beat shitty cuz down.
Right.
But what I say about that, man, is like, you know, a lot of the gang culture is starting to fall out. The PC yards got more numbers than the general population yards because a lot of guys, they're tired of following these prison rules. They want to do their own time. So now the 2-5ers, the Northern Riders, the Zapatistas, there's other organizations that started on those PC yards to go against the grain of the niggas on the main line. So now, like I said, the PC yards, they're deeper than the main line niggas now. So it's the traditional structure of California is breaking up because even a lot of essays, they don't want to follow the structure of the mafia and be Southsiders no more. So they're becoming gang dropouts. They don't want to live up under those rules no more.
Yeah. So and that's a perfect segue into what I'm about to ask you concerning that. So from your perspective, Red, man, being an LA West Coast guy, right? What do you think is the thing that caused this to happen right here?
Oppression, bro. Think about it. You go to prison, you were already serving time, and now that really more so goes on with the essays, because the mafia, the inmate dictates to the Southsiders, the Mexican gang members. They all got to pay a certain amount of tax off their canteen. They have to follow a certain structure. So a lot of them are just tired of people dictating to them. That's why those PC dropout yards got so deep. That's why they got bigger than the general population. A lot of people are tired of following those orders. They don't want to have to go stab somebody because the higher ups told them to do so.
Right.
They don't want to have to go to war with blacks because maybe the shot caller said so. And some of these essays that were cool with blacks, or maybe even if they weren't cool with blacks, they're tired of motherfuckers dictating to them. They're like, we already locked up. Now I got to motherfuckers telling me how I got to conduct. So they're just tired of this shit, bro. It's oppression at the end of the day. That's what it really is.
Dang. So yeah, man, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, like we said earlier, stay out of jail. Shout out to Project Leroy with the 5 on the Cash App.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I know niggas like, damn, you niggas talking about prison in this motherfucker.
Yeah, nah, we just over here chopping up game and vibing, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now we was talking about the ladies for a second. We got kind of sidetracked, but we just going with the flow, you know what I'm saying? That's how real ones do, you know what I'm saying? We just chop it up and we whatever the conversations take it, that's where we're going to go. Like my brother say, it's fluid because it flows.
Yeah, because it flows.
You know what I'm talking about? So, speaking of the ladies, Red, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We seeing this whole thing going on YouTube with the so-called gender war and all that crazy madness, and you know what I'm saying, and all the stuff going on with these bras and these different guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to know your opinion. Do you think it's gone to the point where it's pointless to talk about it, or is it you feel like it's being promoted and perpetuated for other purposes?
That's a good question. I don't think it's a bad thing to talk about it. Now, there's a way to go about it, and there's a way to talk about it to be effective, to get the message across while having a conversation. It's kind of like when people say, if people say, oh, this gender war is old. Well, if the genders are not getting along, then the conversation is not old. We still need to come to a solution. Exactly. Kind of like racism. You can't say, that's like saying, oh, well, racism is old. That shit been going on since the 1400s here in America. But if it still exists today, we would be a fool to not talk about it. Exactly. If racism was dead, then they would have a point, right? Exactly. But since it's not dead, we would be a fool to ignore it.
Right.
So it's the same with the gender war. I just think we got to go about it in a better way. But no, we would be a fool to ignore this problem that's been existing for decades in our community.
Right.
But yeah, we just got to figure out a better way to approach the situation and get better results out of it. The same way when we talk about racism, we can't be angry in our emotions and feelings. We got to really present our facts, especially when we talk about reparations. We can't, no, we can't approach it like that. We got to come with some intelligence. You know what I mean? So no, it's like, we still got to talk about, because if we want black people to exist within the next 50 years, what's going to happen now, Virgil? You hear niggas saying, oh, well, shit, I ain't having no babies with no black women. What's going to happen? We already low in numbers. What's going to happen if we don't procreate with one another? What's going to happen to the black race? What's going to happen to the population in 50 years?
Yeah, exactly. And and that's why I say it's important for us to have these conversations and keep it going, because if everybody is going to just play like they just so programmed to where they don't see where this is going, or you trying to act like it's not going on, and just like my brother said, man, falling right into the depopulation agendas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What better way to get rid of somebody than to trick them into getting rid of themselves?
Right.
I mean, it don't get no more plain and simple, especially considering how many, just think about this. And this is not even just the focus of doing it. This is just the facts of the goddamn situation, man. Since the late 60s, early 70s, think of the millions of black people who have been aborted like literally millions, like in upwards of 100 million.
Hey man, that was a strategic plan to decrease our population, and it worked because
it's devastating when I think about it, Red. Seriously, man, it's devastating.
Think about it like this. You go back to the 50s, before all this, this integration and all this civil rights thing started. Blacks had the highest rate of marriage, and we were procreating. Not only were we building our communities without receiving reparations, we were procreating at an all-time high, and we had families. White people knew if that continued, they said it's the 50s now. By the year 2000, if we keep letting blacks procreate, populate, and build these communities, we gonna fuck around and be the minority, and they might fuck around and enslave us. So out of fear, even though black people did not have enslaving white folks on their mind, they knew it could be possible just based on what they did to us. So out of fear of our population growing and outgrowing theirs, let's put Planned Parenthood in their communities. Let's the CIA put a lot of drugs South Central California, South Central Los Angeles. So and then niggas took that into other cities because the pipeline was Los Angeles. That's where all the Colombians was bringing the dope to. Niggas from LA spread it out, went to other states. That's how Bloods and Crips got to other states. Niggas had family members, so niggas was going to visit family members. But I think the drug trade helped the gang culture to spread faster because you wasn't going out of town on some family shit. You was going out there on some real street shit. So a lot of niggas spreaded their gang and shit when they went. But like I was saying, they had to slow the progress of black people. They had to stagnate our population. They had to make sure that we didn't have good education. They made sure that the abortion clinics was all over the black communities. Like, abort. Black men ain't gonna help you with your kids. You might as well abort. So the black female thinking that the black man ain't shit played into the, her having these abortions. Oh, girl, he ain't gonna help you with that baby anyway. You might as well go on. See, if the black woman had more respect for the black man, and I can say it, and it can be the same way. We can say some brothers might need to learn how to respect certain ladies that deserve it. But when you think about the image that the media has created for the black man, who gives a fuck about terminating a baby that comes from the black man when the media told you he wasn't shit anyway?
Right.
So there you go. That's that social programming propaganda that plays into the mindset of black females feeling that black men ain't shit.
Right. And we just being in the know of such things, it's only right to speak on it and to point it out, right? But and what you come to find is that the programming runs so deep, Rick. The programming runs so deep that even when bestowed with game to be able to decipher the matrix, so to speak, people show you how actually programmed they actually are when they some basically, so to speak, get a little bit of truth, but they still is somehow prone to do and connect with the same stuff they've always been doing and stuff like that. I think that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. And
especially the females, man. So go ahead and speak on that real quick, bro.
Yeah, the programming, like see, when you think about see, the female is the easiest one to get, right? But see, now the males are following the females because they want to have sex with the females. And see, the government, the social programming understood that. Females are easier to influence, especially with like shit in media and all that, because they're the number one consumers. So if they're the number one consumers, they're easy to impress with something that they see on television, something that they see on the internet. You can convince a female with a commercial to go spend her money. It's harder to get men. It's gonna take a whole lot more convincing to men to get them to spend their money. That's why females are the number one consumers. So with that being said, it's easier to indoctrinate them. It's easier to mislead them.
Yes.
So by the government knowing that, they said if we mislead these females, separate them from the black man, now they have separate agendas. It's going to get to the point to where men will lose their masculinity and masculine frame, all because they're going to go out of their way to impress these women who have no love and respect for them in the first place. Because she's independent, she's saying that she don't need you. She's letting you know off the rip that she really don't respect you, but she's willing to use you for whatever she can use you for. So the government has programmed the black woman to feel like the black man ain't shit. Oh, he ain't gonna help you take care of that baby anyway. The black man. See, this is why so many black women fought to become independent. They was raised with the mindset that you can't depend on no black man anyway. So if I don't go to school and get all this education, I ain't gonna have nothing. So in her mindset, she had to get all that education in order to survive because she was taught that she can't depend on no man, mainly no black man. So that's why she said, I don't need no man. Because a woman that says she don't need no man, she was already raised with the mindset. Like she had a low, like remember the chick Des that called my show. She said, I didn't have too many positive male role models around. Now just think about not having no positive male role models that are black. Then you think about all the negative propaganda that's being spreaded. So you have no positive reinforcements. So if you're a black female that's raised by a single mother with an absent father, and all you have is these negative examples of black men, and you have no positive reinforcements, so you're gonna grow up to be a competitor and an enemy of the same man that you laying in bed with. You know, bitches like Cynthia G.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she became a competitor. Hey, Bird, she became a competitor, not your lover.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just ill. Just basically what I know from my own like research and experience with the such things, and I'm seeing it being played out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's really like a wow thing for me. Like, wow, this stuff's really working for real too. I got my man Glitch the Guarantee in the building. We got Detroit 313 in the building. What's good with my brother Glitch? Saturday night, we're gonna have my brother Glitch the Guarantee in the building, man. We're doing the live listening party. We're gonna break down his album, man. His debut album, you know, well, not his debut, but his first album, Up in Smoke. We're doing that Saturday. Make sure y'all tap in and walk with us. We got my brother Red Supreme TV1 in the building, straight out of LA from the West Coast. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, all of that. Go over there to Red Supreme TV1, subscribe right now. You know what I'm saying? Hit his Cash App right now. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put my brother Red Supreme TV1 Cash App in the chat. You know what I'm talking about?
No, you good, Virgil. I'm just here to chop it up. You know,
okay,
they gonna let them show the love to you, brother. I'm good, bro.
All right, no, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good when, you know what I'm saying, real ones link up. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to speak on, Red, on how important it is for us real ones, man, to link up and not fall into the rigmarole and the fuckery of all these fuck niggas that's on here doing this fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? I want you to speak on how important it is for real ones, the like-minded guys, to put the stick together, support each other, big each other up, blow each other up. I want you to speak on the significance of that, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Because if we want to, you know, we got to have somebody got to set a standard, right? As far as like how we communicate, how we show love and respect. What's tolerated and what should not be tolerated. You know, when you have more like-minded brothers coming together to agree on that, you're setting a standard for more brothers to follow, right? So that's why it's very important for those like-minded brothers to get together. You have to be the living example. And when you become that living example, like I say, they see something that they can actually follow and believe in, right? Because a lot of cats right now, they're doing a lot of frivolous shit because they don't have nothing to believe in. You know what I mean? So they gravitate to the bullshit because, you know, a lot of niggas suffer from hopelessness, especially a lot of guys that probably don't have no money. They're in a bad situation. Right. So they have a mentality of hopelessness, man. So that mentality can spread as well. You know, the jack culture, the thieving culture, or I got to take from the next man to have something. So the only way that we're going to break that cycle is, you know, of course, we can't save everybody, man, but the like-minded people, we can elevate them and lift them up. But like I said, it's going to take brothers like us to share our life experiences, to share our knowledge and wisdom. So that guys know that, hey, man, you can network with brothers that are like-minded. And, you know, we could actually build our own economy. It's going to take a community of like-minded brothers to build our own wealth and economy. We can do it.
We definitely
Look,
can.
bro. Look at what we're doing on YouTube, bro.
Right.
This is a community of brothers that I've pretty much crowdfunded my channel, brother. Simply based on the fact that Google kept playing with my numbers and shadow banning the channel. So I decided to crowdfund the channel. So that's like, you know, that's pretty much a community of Black men that's supporting my business because YouTube is a business. So if we can do this on YouTube, we can definitely start businesses outside of YouTube that's funded by Black men, which is us.
Exactly. That's,
you know,
that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. And yeah, man. And like I say, because you know what I'm saying, y'all see what's happening, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the feeling like I know a real one would know, Rez. I know you probably relate to me what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know how long this stuff gonna be around.
Yeah.
Y'all know? Did y'all hear what I just said?
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
Did y'all hear what I just said? I said we don't know how long YouTube gonna be around. Y'all see what Obsidian put us up on game about the other day.
Yeah.
When he said that, that sparked my mind right there, Red. I don't know about you. I'm pretty sure it did as well, but you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. And I got a collaboration with Obsidian coming up too. I'll let everybody know the date.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Shout out to Obsidian, man.
Yeah, we just talking about how the Black manosphere momentum was destroyed by a lot of beefing. Right. Niggas trying to destroy each other platforms instead of chopping it up behind the scenes and hashing out the misunderstandings, man. Right. So that these look, bro. At one point in time, I had Dennis Sperling coming to my channel. Kevin Samuels gave me a shout out on his live stream twice. Right. Look, when niggas started attacking Kevin Samuels, do you know all of the suit wearing brothers stopped fucking with me because they thought I was part of the group that was attacking Kevin? You know what I'm saying? Look, bro. Look,
that shit. They ain't even come and ask you or nothing.
Well, some of them still come through and support. But what I'm saying is, I chopped it up with Obsidian, man, and all that back and forth. The Black manosphere had a big momentum at one point in time, man, and we created so many subsectors and divisions to where now it's like you're killing the momentum and money because a lot of these big wigs would have went like. They would come to different channels and listen to what everybody was saying. But like I said, bro, we our own worst enemy, man. We ain't got to agree with one another, but all those personal attacks, I feel like this, bro. When Kev blew up, that brought more eyes to this space. Right. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody started making money, more money, because it was people who wasn't familiar with the manosphere that started listening to the manosphere. Do you know how many people who came to my channel was like, hey, bro, hey, he's a $50 guy. By the way, man, I heard about you through Kevin. Matter of fact, some niggas was like, I didn't know when Kevin started talking about the manosphere, your shit started. So it was people coming around. The audiences were being shared. You see what I'm saying? The audiences was being shared. As long as you was kicking some real shit, you could have gained some of that traction as well. Not to say that you still can't do the same thing, but now it's just like, I'm not worried about it, man. We're going to start our own subdivision over here, though. I got some great ideas, though, brother. Right. I ain't worried about it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just be wanting people just to keep in mind, because, you know, so like I said, though, man, when Obsidian said what he said, man, that sparked something in my mind. That took me back to when they got rid of net neutrality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, TikTok is popping, man. You hear me?
Oh, TikTok is the new wave, my nigga. Why do you think YouTube is demonetizing a lot of controversial content?
Exactly.
Because, like, why you think Hassan Campbell was talking about his money going down? A lot of ads are leaving controversial stuff. Right. They want more friendlier content. So you're going to have to, especially as a Black content creator, you're going to have to crowdfund your channel. Those ads are going to dry up. Like I said, starting in January, after 60 days, my nigga, they're going to start paying you for those videos.
Yes.
So if you're already getting less ads on your videos now, and now you only going to get paid up for 60 days, a lot of people money getting ready to start drying up. So you're going to do two things. Either you're going to start dancing. like Suge Knight said, you're gonna be all in the video dancing.
Oh shit, man! Listen here, y'all, man. What my nigga Project Leroy said. My nigga Project Leroy said, I can't stand TikTok. I can't either, Project Leroy. I hate TikTok, man. Listen here, one of these days, y'all, I'm gonna sit up here and break down the etymology of TikTok and the spiritual roots of where TikTok come from. That's gonna blow y'all's mind. That's another topic for another day, though. But yeah, though, man. And I'm glad you spoke on that, Red, because this is all part of the unintelligent artificial intelligence. It realizes that this behavior, this activity of dancing, this is something that can be promoted, and because the unintelligent artificial intelligence have realized that if you just make stuff popular in mass amounts, humans will like it and accept it without really knowing what it really is.
That's a fact.
So think about that, y'all, and think about what TikTok got going on and how YouTube is being forced to conform to a certain type of platform and presenting a certain type of content as far as like being entertained and dancing. Look at TikTok. It's nothing but a whole bunch of people in there dancing, doing silly shit, miming and mimicking, breaking up the psyche, y'all. Mimicking, you acting like different characters. You a girl, but you got a man's voice. You a man, you got a girl's voice. Think about this stuff and how it connects, man. We got the big homie Sir Ism in the building. What's good with him, man?
What's going on,
about? Sir Ism content is fly as hell. I like Sir Ism content, man. For real.
Yeah, shout out to my Bay Area player, man.
Yeah, man. His content is fire, man. he remind me of Pimp C, man. For real. That's what he remind me of, man. Yeah. But yeah, though, man. And I just want y'all to pay attention to that, though, because this stuff is being used on so many levels against us and to separate and divide us at times when we should be, like my man Red said, linking up with like-minded people coming together and creating stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because that would be more beneficial for all of us. And think about this, though, Red, and it's the reason why we don't mess with TikTok, y'all, because we know innately it's not right. It's like if you pay attention to TikTok, it's more suited and garnered for children. So right. So hold on real quick. I'm gonna let you go, Red. Think about this though, Red. So now that we know that TikTok is like specifically programmed towards children, think about what that means when the content that's being promoted with billions and trillions of dollars to be spread across the world is content for children, and they're forcing adult platforms mostly like YouTube. Although children have a space on here, but they're not the dominant content creators, right?
Right.
Do y'all hear what y'all feel? Y'all see where I'm going with this? You know what I mean? I want you to speak on that, Red, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, you know what I mean? How the content is like. Oh shit! I got this damn fly here. My fault. How the content is being garnered for certain audiences. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? How that is causing the effect on different numbers and stuff like that, man, which will let you know that they ain't pushing certain content and stuff like that.
It's just the wave of the new world, brother. You know what I mean? It's the new wave of the world, right? Now, one can say there's different ways you can look at it. You can say, well, if everybody's doing goofy shit and there's no more controversial stuff, maybe that'll stop the violence. If ads stop. If they stop paying people to promote negativity and violence, maybe that'll slow down the violence because now you don't see that behavior being promoted and encouraged. So there's one way to look at it like that. But then it's another way to look at it like, well, you guys are also taking the content creators to give knowledge and wisdom, and you're putting them in the same boat as the guys that are talking up, shoot them up, bang, bang. So now there's no balance. There's no balance, but now there's an overabundance of goofiness and Gilligan shit. So now that there's an overabundance of that, you don't have critical thinkers. You're just riding the wave. Now everybody's just lost goofy and following the wave. So that is also damaging as well. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't killing, but they're goofy and lost, and now we don't have independent thinkers. That's just as bad. But this is the thing though, bro. The advertisers are punking these apps as well.
Right.
So when YouTube telling us to change, that's because it's somebody telling them to change. Prime example. TikTok, all the advertisers are going to TikTok for the friendly content. So the advertisers are telling YouTube, hey man, shit, you know, you know, y'all keep wanting to pay them niggas with that. We going over here to TikTok. So YouTube is starting to say we can't lose our ads and sponsors. They all going to TikTok. We got to get people with more friendlier content over here. So that's the only way that they feel like they can compete with TikTok. You know what I mean? By making friendlier content, getting more people to do that so they can bring more of those ads and sponsors back over here. Because a lot of them have went over to TikTok. See, before TikTok, YouTube really didn't have no competition like that.
Right.
TikTok is like, is a real competitor. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
So that manipulates the content that people put out, and it manipulates the type of content that YouTube regulates, because now they're geared more towards friendlier stuff because YouTube want to be bigger than what they are. And if they got to get rid of niggas that's not going to get them more money, that's what they're going to do. Everything is based on the money, baby.
Right, man. And that's so true, man. And beyond the money, it's based on the control, because that can keep everybody focused on the bullshit that's going on YouTube versus focused on using YouTube to do what we want it to do for us, i.e. create an economy like my brother just was talking about. All the more better for the unintelligent artificial intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Real talk, man. For real, man. Because, you know, we see what's going on. And like I said, my main thing, Red, is like we will definitely be better off, you know what I'm saying, interacting with each other and making things happen versus beefing with each other. That's not even on the old Kumbaya peace treaty shit. That's just some real shit. Because like I said, you got to think about it. And like Red just said earlier, the numbers is depleting. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always say so-called black community. I say you keep on going like how it is, it ain't going to be no black people, man.
Nah, man, you know, think about it. Like, if you look at every major city in the United States, the black population has decreased. I'm gonna say that again. If you look at every major city in the United States, the black population has decreased drastically. So, do you guys think that's a coincidence, or do you guys think this is part of the plan? You guys better wake up and smell it, man.
Right.
You know.
That's the fact, Jack. You hear me? Like, man, listen here. And that's why I be going so hard, Red, because I'm like, man, listen, I done seen this stuff from a micro level when I was in the joint, and to see the same things being implemented when I came home, I'm like, oh, no, You hear me? Like, nah, and it's just crazy. There's too much in the face to ignore. You know what I'm saying?
Too much.
You know what I'm saying? And you being in a position that you done came across or not, it becomes your duty to share that stuff, man, because a lot of people don't know about a lot of different stuff. And that's why I respect my brother Red, because, you know what I'm saying, within you going about, you know what I'm saying, expressing your views on things and using that to help people in any type of way that could somehow enhance them, evolve them, make them a better version of themselves. Y'all got to think about how stuff like that clashes what was against what's trying to be brought in. Now think about when I talk about HR 1955, right? Myself, Red, lots of other content creators, up and coming, new, known, established, mid-range, whatever you want to call it. Look at the hierarchy system that we set up amongst ourselves, right? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I want y'all to pay attention to that, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I say, how we being synced and linked with this stuff. You gotta pay attention to it, man. Make sure you use it and don't allow it to use you. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of that going on, Red, too, for real, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know, like when we talk about like back to the women, a lot of people don't understand that how the lack of communication, or even if you have a misunderstanding between the man and woman, the male and female, that's detrimental to the progress of your community. Like, if you can separate the man from the woman, now it's gonna the community gonna be rooted in dysfunction. I'll give you an example. Like let's if you don't have a pecking order of structure, then there's gonna be chaos. There's gonna be disorder. Which means you're not going to have a productive community, which means you're not going to have productive people from that community. You're going to breed a lot of bad seeds. just based on the upbringing. Let's think about what you're gonna get when you have a community that's not intact. Females that are independent, don't need no man, and then we're not gonna just blame the females. Then you know, because they go, oh, you're just blaming it on black women. Okay, the independent single mother, the female, just think about what type of kids she breeds in these communities. So the guys that come from that situation, it's not going to be good, because he's going to plant seeds and create and pretty much continue the cycle. This is why when I talk about the female nature and all that shit, man, it's very important, because if you separate the man from the woman, you create chaos and dysfunction. That's the foundation. How do you expect black people to have businesses, jobs, and all this in the community when the foundation is not there? That's your home. And most black people don't come from homes. They come from, like what I said, single mother led homes, absent fathers. And that becomes a problem in the community, because now you have no structure. You don't have a solid foundation. So if you're not starting from a solid foundation, why do you expect for businesses to be in that community? Why do you expect for there to be unity in that community? Right. You're only going to breed more chaos and dysfunction and more corruption. So if you separate the man from the woman, that's how the black community got destroyed. Think about the 50s. The black man and the black woman was together. There was togetherness. There was unity. Once that was destroyed, you have what we have today. So no, talking about these relationships, the communication between man and woman is very important. Even the government knows this. If the black man and black woman was on one accord, you would see more business and more prosperity in black communities. Go ahead, my brother.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. So when we would sit up here and talk about y'all biscuit head asses, y'all just need to shut up and goddamn it listen, man. You hear me? Nah, but on some real shit though, for real though, man, we definitely got to get it together though, man, as a individual group amongst us and as a whole as well, man, because I'm sitting up here trying to tell y'all, man, this stuff they got coming in, man, you know, it ain't got no cover on it, man. It may appear like it do, but it don't. You know what I'm saying? I strongly suggest y'all go inform yourself on that. So, Red, I want you to go ahead up there, talk about what's going on for the future of Red Supreme TV 1, Red Supreme TV 2. Was it Truth Spoken Money podcast?
Yeah. I gotta knock the dust off that one.
You said what now?
I gotta knock the dust off that one.
He said you gotta knock the dust off that baby. Yeah, go ahead and speak on what's going on for the future for Red Supreme. You know what I'm saying? What you got planned for going, you know, in the future in recent times coming, you know what I'm saying, as far as expanding and diversifying the content and the brand.
Well, you know, I like to expand the brand, and I like to like more conversations with other people. You know, I feel like we're stagnating ourselves by, you know, a lot of men, you know, there's, we don't need women. I get it. Some women can't be over here because they just don't do what's right. So some people, not just women, you got a lot of cats. Gotta get rid of too. So it's just like some people are not just fit to be around but what I'm saying is we do got to speak to different people who may have a difference of opinion, right?
Yes.
So we're not just talking in circles to the same people all the time, right? So I do believe in speaking to people who have a difference of opinion. I don't mind inviting adversity. You know, I don't mind that, man. You know, I dealt with adversity to get to where I'm at today financially and to just have a peace of mind. You know, I dealt with a whole lot of adversity to get here. So, you know, in order to grow the platform, to bring in different people, I don't mind having these conversations with people from different walks of life. You know, it is what it is, bro. But as far as like just networking with different people, talking about different subjects, different topics, and you know, things like that, my brother.
Right. And that's important to do, y'all, because listen, so it's cool to talk about the things it's cool to talk about amongst what we would call black people, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like I just was speaking on just before Red said what he said. You know what I'm saying? We ain't the only people out here, man. You know, it's only right in order to build business commerce, you have to interact with other people, you know what I'm saying? And you have to point, you know what I'm saying? It's good to point out certain things, but when it gets to be a certain level of what y'all be saying real now, popular now, toxicity, you know what I'm saying? That makes it like to where nobody wants to really deal with you. And you could be preventing yourself from possible collaborations with people due to them not wanting to be associated with the fuckery and the rigmarole that's going on in what we considered black YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I strongly agree with Obsidian when he said that, man. We have to change the image. We have to, at some point, it's cool. With, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, he cracked me up when he said that whip that trick. So he said, that's cool. But at some point, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got to be like, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to, we pointed that out and, you know, okay, now let's move on and get past that and take advantage of what, you know what I'm saying, really potentially could be used to do by this platform and what we can build, you know what I'm saying, through it. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's, you know what I'm saying, that's really important to focus on, man. You know what I mean? So, I know you got a couple trips for coming up soon here too, my brother, man. Where the next place you going, if you don't mind sharing that with us, man?
I'm gonna be, you know, back in Florida soon, man. You know, you might see me in Hawaii, you might see me in the Dominican Republic. Then after that, I'm going to Africa.
Oh yeah, you pulling the sin from goddamn it belly on us, man.
Yeah, I'm going to Africa. I'm hitting another island first, though. You know, I'm gonna hit the island first, and then I'm gonna figure out what country in Africa I'm going to, brother. You know, hey man, I've been, you know, working, man. I've been making some good investments, man. I'm finna, you know, definitely finna hit Florida again before the summer is over, and then we're gonna hit an island, and then Africa's the next trip after that. Then after Africa is gonna be Europe. You know what I mean? I'm gonna blog all that shit, bro.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. You definitely need to do that too, man. That'll be dope, man. Just to go ahead and catch all that on film, man. I'm telling you, man, dope stuff, man.
Yeah, man. You know, it's just like you get to a point to where you can enjoy life like that. Like I make a roast like beef and all that. Like brothers, man, like this is why I said like I didn't want to come to YouTube and talk about like I talk about street stuff to educate people, but I didn't want to make a channel about that, man. I wanted to make a channel about like living life, having fun, getting a better understanding of who you are, gaining a better understanding of female nature so that you can build better relationships with the women that you actually want. So this is why we have these conversations. We drop game for the brothers and so forth. And the ladies can learn a lot from this too. It ain't just for the brothers because ladies listen to this content and they can learn what not to do. Like when I said this, bro, a woman who caters, that's a skill. You know, like a woman that's feminine, there's a difference between being feminine and a feminist. A lot of black women don't understand the difference. Black women, I hope y'all listening.
Man.
Listen, there's a difference between being feminine and a feminist. Please understand the difference. And society has trained our women to be feminist and unfeminine.
Right.
You know, and that's pretty much where we at. And a lot of men, you know, when they're on the male side, they trained them to be unmasculine. They trained them to be more innate feminine. You got guys who make whole YouTube careers gossiping about other men. Now tell me that ain't feminine.
Man, listen, and then even make it worse, you got guys that actually do comedy and their stick is like they're impersonating a woman. These dudes got wigs on and lipstick and everything. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. So you see the
insane.
You see it, man. So what we're trying to do with this content, man, is to provide balance, to provide understanding, to share wisdom, knowledge. You know, knowledge that you definitely can't get in college.
They're gonna teach you if you pay them for it. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Yeah, you know, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, my brother. Man. It's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I tell you what, my brother Red come over here, chop it up, and you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like any other episode, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a beautiful thing to have my brother on here, you know what I'm talking about, man, just to show y'all that, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, when it comes to this here YouTube stuff, man, like real ones can really link up and make things happen, man, and be a positive, put a positive image up and put some real effort into really changing the image up. You know what I'm saying? Now but not to say this though, because we gotta always come back to what it when now, you know, not to say all that, and I a total person that agrees with you know, getting rid of all the fuckery and all of that, but sometimes checking and chastising and rebuking needs to be set in order. And that all comes part of having a code too. And when niggas get out of line, some niggas need to just get spanked. You hear me? Pause. You hear me? And real ones know what I'm talking about. And that's why I think it's very important to have a code set in place. You know what I'm saying? Because we know amongst men, when we agree that we're going to run things a certain way and somebody, you know, falters from what we agreed to do as a collective, though, you know what I'm saying, that could have an effect on us all. And there has to be some place in order for the reprimand for not making it happen again, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you got it. Listen, bro. Like when Charleston White, he was like, yeah, shit. They said, what you think about Young Thug? He said, Young Thug need about 10 years. Now people were saying like, now listen, I know that sound fucked up, right? Now I never put nobody. My thing is this though. A lot of niggas that's killing, ordering hits. Right. I know niggas who went to jail for 5-6 year bids was like, man, if I didn't catch that 5-year sentence, my nigga, I probably would have caught a license. Right. That 6-year bid woke me up for catching a life bid. Right. See, listen. If there was no consequences for my actions, I would have never stopped doing what I was doing in the streets. Right. I'm just keeping it a buck. Like if it was no consequences for the crazy shit I was doing in my teens and early 20s, I would have kept doing it. The consequences and the repercussions and me thinking about my future is what made me change my life. Right. So if that sit down got me to read books about business, books about psychology, books about humanity, books about history. Right. All that time I sat down, bro, it made me a better man. I would have never did this shit in the free world, bro. So if it wasn't for that punishment and, you know, me seeing what could be the bigger punishment, that right there, I would have continued doing what I was doing. I would have continued on that path to self-destruction if it wasn't for that sit down. I'm just keeping it a buck. Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. I can say the same thing for myself, man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because when I came home, Red, I could have been doing a whole lot of different stuff. You hear me, man? When I came home, my brother, rest in the essence to my brother, you hear me? My brother was doing his thing when I came home. He was only out of the halfway house like 6 to 8 months before me. And when I came home, this nigga was in, he had a bar and everything. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I had opportunities to do a lot of different stuff when I came home. You feel me? And I was like, nah, man, I can't go that route, man, because I know where that's going to end up leading. You know what I'm talking about? And at this point in my life, that's just not something I'm willing to put at risk just to be able to get some quick, fast money. You know what I'm talking about? And that comes part of your mind and your thinking elevating too, because, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean? And the process of, you know what I'm saying, making it happen as if you was getting money like you was selling dope, you know, that's a whole different process, especially nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Things ain't like they was. You know what I'm saying, before a nigga like me got out, you know what I'm saying? And that's the major thing too. Like a lot of things changed when I had got out too. I was gone for a nice little bit of time, like 6.5 years. That's a nice little bit of time, you feel me, Red? But what I noticed was you know what I'm saying, when I did get out, like I was a little bit up, I was a little bit more ahead of the game because like I said, I kept my ear to the street. I kept myself informed about what's going on outside. You hear me? So when I came here, I was kind of like just a little bit ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to navigate a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? And that's you got to, like, you know, because you know it's a damn shame that, you know, guys in prison, they understand more about the laws and stuff, laws that's getting ready to pass. They know more about that than the guys that's actually actively committing crimes on the streets. Right. And you would think, like, you know, like a lot of these young cats in the streets, they ain't taking the time to think about the consequences. They don't understand the law and the punishment, and they don't understand the consequences of what they're doing until, unfortunately, it's too late. Now they're already in the system by the time they start to understand how the system works. And I think we need to share more knowledge and information about how the system works before these young brothers get caught up in the system.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I want to teach a lot of young brothers. Study these laws understand you can see what laws are getting ready to pass only if you read, my brother. But if you caught up in the fast lane doing what you got to do every day, you ain't taking time to study. You getting it every day. You ain't thinking it. You don't even realize they're making law. They passing laws while you out grinding every day to keep you on lockdown for the next 10 years. But you ain't taking time to see what's really going on. Yeah, you got your ears to the street, but you ain't studying these laws. There's laws getting ready to pass right now. And you got a lot of guys come in, they don't even understand the plan that they got for them, man. So I just want to spread more knowledge and information so that brothers can understand what they're getting into before they get caught up in the system. You know, that's all.
Right. And I definitely got some. I got one I'm about to drop tonight, Amari Brown. So you know what I'm saying. Thanks for letting me know that. My nigga Mr. O said the man he you feel me? Yeah, man. Yeah, that you know what I'm saying. And when it comes to making this content, man, you know what I'm saying. You just gotta keep, you know what I'm saying, keep at it, you know what I'm saying, keep, you know what I mean, you gotta diversify this stuff. I want y'all to know, man, if you really gonna get into like all the editing and all that stuff is a process. That stuff take time, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to making them videos and editing them and stuff, you gotta like really focus in on doing that. And I'm not, you know, I'm just saying, if you gonna really put your and really try to like you know what I'm saying, like Red said, like make a career about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to come up with as many different ways to diversify it as possible, because it being on the platform in which it is, you can do so many different things. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Virgil, my nigga. Hey, check this out though. Like, if you was doing YouTube back, see, this is how you know how YouTube has changed.
Right.
And they keep changing the policy. You see now, just because I created my channel on pre-recorded videos in 2018, you can't do that no more, right?
Right.
That's why I want to tell you niggas now, like, that worked then. See, now the game is shifting. I'm gonna give you an example.
Right.
In 2017, you can get 30K on a video about female nature. And I kid you not, bro, this is like a 10-minute pre-recorded video. Nigga, I showed you the 15-minute videos, and I got about 87K. See, they dumbed it down now, because what happened was like they stopped. There's certain things now that was promoted then that they start kind of like shadow banning now.
Right.
So now every time YouTube upgrade their policies, it's forcing the content creators to switch up their game. Every year there's a new updated policy, which means you gotta update with the time. You can't come with the same strategy that you came in 2019, that you came in 21, that you even came in 21. By the time 23 hit, the policies is going to be so different. The content that's being promoted, the content that they monetize, the content that advertisers get behind is totally different now. They ain't monetizing, you know, the female nature pre-recorded video where you can get 30K views off a 10-minute video. I mean, very few people can do that now. Back then, you didn't even have to have a big name. Like, if you was dropping some good game, you was getting those numbers on those pre-recorded videos, and they were monetized.
Right.
You know, but nah, that ain't happening. You see, they got rid of Tommy Sotomayor, so what does that tell everybody else?
Yes. And I'm glad that you tell about that, because that's, listen, y'all, I told y'all the censorship is real. You hear me? Persona non grata. Right? I want y'all to go look up that term, persona non grata. All right? Ask Siri to tell you what it means.
Yeah.
You hear me? And that's what they did to Tommy, man. This is the unintelligent art. See, everything we could ever talk about, y'all, right? I want y'all to start using y'all's over, inner, outer system. Everything we could ever possibly talk about, Red, is going to relate back to this stuff that I'll be talking about, man. You hear me? Y'all heard what my nigga Project Leroy said, persona non grata. Right?
Yeah.
That's what they doing to Tommy Sotomayor. Remember I told you about the memory hole?
Yeah.
1984, George Orwell, the memory hole. Non-persons. You hear me? Getting rid of niggas on YouTube. Booting niggas off YouTube. Digitally erasing you. You hear me? Y'all better pay attention to what's going on, man. That's why I said we can't allow the unintelligent artificial intelligence to outthink us, man. We can't allow that. Because once that happens, that's going to be, like I say, we're going to be doing what the unintelligent artificial intelligence want us to do versus it doing what we want it to do for us. And y'all better pay attention to that right there, man.
Yeah. Yep, that is what it is, bro. Like I said, I'm gonna rap with you for about like 15 more minutes, but probably like to like 7:15. About like when it's 7:30 my time, it's gonna be 10:30 your time, you know.
Nah, if you need to go, Ray, go ahead and get up through if you need to get up through, bro, man.
No, we got a few more words. Like I say, we're gonna it's 7:15. I know it's 10:15 your time, so we're gonna go to 10:30. We're gonna go to 10:30, bro.
Okay, no doubt. That's peace. Yeah, though. So you know what I'm saying? Now that we sitting up here having this conversation, the real ones in the building, listen, man, y'all hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the page. Definitely go over there to Red T Supreme TV One. Subscribe to his page right now. You know what I'm saying? One of the realest on YouTube right now, man. And I want y'all to know that, you know what I'm saying, it takes great courage to come on here at this point in time, especially what's going on in our country, to come on here and say some of the stuff people be saying. I want y'all to know that, man. You hear me?
Bro, I sacrificed my channel, bro. I could have came with brilliant content to not be, demonetized, bro. But, I came. I know how to give the message to where it won't get flagged, but at the same time, it's too raw for monetization.
Right.
But the thing about it is like, we just gotta, like, eventually we just have to create our own economies, man. As Black men, we got to support the things that's like that we need. Like, for instance, we got to take control over what's cool. We created rap. We created hip hop. So we created the standard was cool. But what happened is we sold it to the Jews. We sold it to them. So now that they control it, we have the talent. Now that they control it, they can pick and choose who they want to pay and who they want to promote. Now they have control over our culture, something that we created. And we got to be smarter than that, Black people. We got to take control. If we had control over the economy, that would have never happened. But by them owning the companies and the corporations that was paying for us, even though we were the talent, we end up conforming to what they wanted. So that, that's backwards, man. But that shows we have no real power if we're going to sit up there and be the talent, and we're going to let some other buggers who ain't the talent dictate to us what should be put out and what's cool,
Right. As like my man Detroit 313 said, man, they planning to take out freedom of speech of men speaking against the propaganda. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a super fact right there. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, you know what I mean? You got to be able to look at it and see what YouTube is being used to do, man. And when you understand that, man, you know what I'm saying, it would be more beneficial, especially at this point in time right now, if we use it to our advantage versus our disadvantage, man. It's easy to use it to our advantage, but like I keep saying, man, you just have to get on the code, man. Have to get on code, man, with each other, man. That's so important, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we don't want to keep feeding the algorithm this negative digital display of what Black people are and how they think and move. You know what I'm saying? It's going to respond in a way that's going to promote that in the most negative way while making the most money off of it, but not cutting us in on it.
Yeah, and think about what I was saying too. YouTube has figured out a way to get paid off your content without paying you. Like,
oh my God!
Like, if they're saying we're gonna pay you for that video for 60 days, but if you leave it up, please believe they still getting paid when it's getting clicks off of it. They just ain't gonna pay you after 60 days.
Yeah.
So that's just a way of them maximizing their profits and short data. Like, put it like this: there was a time too. I got to say this. There was a time on YouTube to where they made it to where you had to have 1,000 subscribers to go live.
Yeah,
see, they're doing a lot of things to stop paying people. See, YouTube is figuring out more ways to stop paying people. Every year they figure out more ways to pay less people. I've been paying attention to this shit, bro.
So and listen, Red, that's the unintelligent artificial intelligence learning behavior. It has figured out that certain populations of humans, especially in America, black people, don't like certain type of content, right? And it's gonna put, and they figured out that you niggas don't like to pay, so they're gonna come up with a way to phase you. You ain't contributing to the system, phase you out. That is the complete and total thoughts of a machine. If I ain't ever saw it,
yep, that's what they doing. Like
that's robot thinking right there, Red. That's just how a robot thinks in absolutes like that. Get rid of it and phase you niggas out, y'all. Y'all want to think y'all keep getting content for free? All right, well, y'all gonna have to start dancing. Ain't no more female nature content, no more gang content, since y'all say y'all don't like gang, no more none of that. You gonna be on this motherfucker shucking and jiving and samboing, goddamn it. How about that?
Yeah, and but see, the thing is, I don't think YouTube wants to fully lose that, because what'll happen is this: there's other sites that's coming up that will take you. Like, so YouTube, like, I look, before 2019, like in 2018, there was no such thing as, oh, this is adult content. Now when you do a live stream, that you have to market, this is for kids or not for kids. You didn't have to do that at first, right? The reason that you have to do that now is because a lot of adults was complaining about their kids getting a lot of content. So now if you market as adult content, it won't pop up in the feed of, you know, stuff that children watch.
Right.
So when they start doing that, I said, oh, YouTube is starting to crack down on this controversial content, because now you have to say it's not for kids before you upload, or if not, you can get penalized for that. Before you upload, it says like this is kid content, or no, this is adult content. They just started doing that like in 2019. And every year after that, they came with every year there were new policies that were stricter about the content you're putting out every year. Yeah. So now, not only are ads running away from certain content, because YouTube are starting to pay people less for certain controversial content, and you're gonna only get paid for. So the ads are gonna pull away completely from certain types of content. They're only gonna pay the content that's more ad friendly. You know, that's where YouTube is headed. They're only gonna pay people that's making like kid friendly content, or content that ads can get behind. If it's content that ads can get behind, they ain't gonna have nothing for you.
Right. Hey, Red, we might have to go far as fucking with Bigo, man. You just said niggas cashing out 5 bands on Bigo, man.
Juju been telling me that too. She been like, Red, check out Bigo. She been telling me that for a minute.
Bigo is the what's that, like the I'm hip to Bigo. I'm hip to Bigo. I know what Bigo is.
Yeah.
Dude who used to work for Hawaii start Bigo. That's another topic for another day right there too, man. You know, so y'all heard of that company Hawaii? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. They make phones. Don't they make phones too?
Yes. And they make a lot more than, and a lot more other stuff too. And dude who started Bigo used to work for Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And Bigo, I remember I was familiar when I first came home, and you know, it was silly, but I see. Now listen, y'all go pay attention to Bigo, right? Go Professor the Bit, what's good? Hey, y'all go listen to Bigo, right? And or look at Bigo, and then go look at Netflix, and go look at the episode called 500 Million Merits. You hear me?
Yeah.
Bigo is crazy, man. Then when I saw that episode on Netflix, I said, "Oh shit!" You know what I'm saying? When you go to Bigo, it's like and I see why they hitting us with this metaverse stuff now, though, man. And listen here, y'all. Bigo is what's going to probably be one of the first platforms I think that may possibly potentially interact you through the metaverse through it.
Yeah, man. Hey, but this is what I'm saying. Look. There's a lot of sites that would love to take. See, I don't think YouTube is ready to lose all that, because they know controversy and drama, so they don't want to get rid of it completely. They're just dumbing down the numbers on it, This is why Hassan Campbell is ranting and raving how the YouTube is giving that white boy more numbers than him, and paying him less, and less ads are coming to his videos.
Yeah, he getting
So that's
salty.
he was talking shit about the algorithm, about how black people follow these white content creators that talk about hip hop.
Right.
He listen, he's definitely going up. If it didn't affect his pockets, I don't think he would give a fuck. See, it's affecting his pockets. That's he talking about that shit. He live talking about that shit right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, about the algorithm and how the white guys are stealing from hip hop and how niggas want to pull up on him and flag him, but the white boys don't get flagged. The algorithm is promoting them and cutting his money short because the advertisers don't want to give him. So he's saying a lot of real shit. Like he might have some bullshit ass way, but what he's saying is true. He's losing a lot of numbers and money because he's noticing but that's just the wave of YouTube, my brother. You know, he's white, bro. So he is gonna have an advantage because not only will black people support him, his hip hop channel, whites are gonna support him. So he's gonna get both crowds.
Right.
So you know, that's the advantage that they have. See, when you bring a white person into a hip hop black culture, they're gonna have the advantage of you. Because as a black person, you just co-sign him for black people to fuck with him. And white people gonna fuck with him because he's white. So his numbers are gonna automatically be bigger than yours. That's a fact, Jack.
And this is how y'all know. Just I'm glad Red pointed that out earlier, just to show y'all, because some people really think. And listen here, y'all, man. And I'm not one of these guys, man. I'm just an actual factual type of guy. Man. There are way more so-called white people in America than there are black people. Y'all. That's just a fact that y'all have to deal with. Y'all have to accept it. It's true, right? A lot more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like exponentially a lot more when you think about the population of the total country and as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And, I want y'all to understand that when Red just set that equation up for y'all, how that works out. That's some straight Pythagorean, you know what I'm saying, formula type shit right there. You know what I'm saying? The white boy get with the black guys. You know what I'm saying? There's more white people, and so when they sell the culture, more people ain't going to sell it. And there's way more white people than them, so they blow up way faster. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they siphoning the energy. You know what I'm talking about, Red, man? And you and versus coming on Red platform, Sinful platform, Jack platform, Rest in the Essence Kev platform. You niggas go on these niggas platforms. You know what I'm talking about? And then they got their big corporate sponsors who are not you.
Yep. You
hear me? And blow them up to where they're millionaires and they don't have, you know, and then they promote certain agendas through it. Now look at the demons that's being manifested through the man. I gotta take it there, Red. Look at the demons being manifested, man.
Yeah, Hassan Campbell was talking about. He said that Jake is, you know, the Jake dude is like, bro. This is the thing. Like I just made the point earlier.
Right.
When you co-sign a white guy, that gives him the black community, and the whites are gonna support him just because he's white doing some black hip hop shit.
That's because he's white.
They're gonna support him just because. So now that he not only does he have your community, he has the backing of his community. Bingo, my nigga. So of course they're gonna see success, get sponsors and more numbers. And Hassan Campbell is sick because he feel like, man, I didn't put in all this work and this white boy gonna surpass me. He's salty about that shit, man. He live right now talking about that shit.
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to an extent. I feel the homie pause. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand it's real. You know what I'm saying? And then I want y'all to think about it like this. I want y'all to sit up there and think about it like this, right? Think about just take the racial aspect from this, right? Take the everything from it and let's look at it for its base construct of what it is amongst all of us. It's being something that's being used to divide and separate us, man. You hear me? Forget all the other stuff. Forget about it being a black-white thing. Forget all that. Forget all that. You know what I'm saying? Think about it as a human thing for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Remove everything else from it. And I want y'all to try to focus on doing that sometimes, man. Because when you sit here and try to put these labels on it, and instead of just what it is at its roots, that's how you get synced and linked to it, man. For the illusory aspect of it, or what it is, man, instead of the reality of what it is, man. And YouTube is being used to do that, as we see. You know what I'm saying?
YouTube is a powerful tool, man. And like I said, man, we got, as Black people, white people became millionaires off YouTube and created businesses and companies, invested in real estate, companies, businesses, created wealth. And we talking about pulling up and killing each other over some stupid shit. And you know this version, you know what's sad, bro? These niggas who talk about killing each other would never cross paths with each other in real life.
I was talking about ain't gonna bust a grape out of fruit fright.
But even if they wouldn't do that though, but look, not even just that. That nigga don't live by you, you don't live by him. He ain't fucking with your family. He ain't stopping your money. So what is the bullshit really about? We gonna die over a nigga you don't really even know? A nigga that you ain't got to deal with in real life? You gonna really die or go to prison over this shit?
Come on, man.
Man, Black people, we got to do better, bro. White people are becoming millionaires off this shit. And we talking about pulling up on a nigga, you know?
Pull up. He motherfuckers getting goddamn 20 million views and 3 million subscribers and stuff like that, going platinum. And you talking about pulling up on somebody, talking about what's so cool, what's up, blue, That shit retarded, man.
That shit is retarded, bro. And it's like, come on, my nigga. You feeding the system with this mentality, my nigga. You seen what happened to Savage Studios, all that. You using the YouTube and for pulling up instead of networking for business. Like, come on, bro.
That's crazy. Now think about this. So-called Black community, right? Let me give y'all some facts. Who knows what the buying and the spending power of the collective of Black people in America, the 52, 53 million of us that it is. I wonder how much y'all realize there's not even 60 million of us in America, man. I wonder how much y'all realize that.
That's and you think about how long we've been here, how long we've been in America, that's bad. That's not good. You know, you think about as long as our existence, and some may even argue, our existence predates the slave trade, just based on a lot of things that were discovered. But just based on the fact that we haven't reached a population of 60 million here in America, and you think about as long as we've been here, that's bad. That ain't good. Yeah, that's like for us to be here that long, and you look at how we've been taking each other out, and you look at the abortion rates, and you look at just everything that's been going on to stagnate our population, man. And when you really think about it, you understand why it was really done. You know what I mean? Right. It's the control, it's population control. Too many Black people unified in mass numbers is a problem for America.
Right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, what I mean? We definitely got to speak on such things and bring them to light and shine a light on them and break them down to the very last compound and pull the fuckery up out of them and expose them for what it is. You know what I'm talking about? And that's one thing my brother Red Supreme TV1 is definitely good at doing. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming out tonight, brother, man. I know you said you got to go like around 2:30 and we a little bit past, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead and just leave people with us some words in closing. So let us know what's going on, you know what I'm saying, as far as tomorrow and all that. And just, leave them with some words from Red Supreme in closing in general.
Oh, man, we're going to get back. Internet was down, so I'm going to be back on the microphone. Spitting game, man, for the most part, man, I might throw in a roast here and there, man. And when I do that, it's mainly going to be a message within the roast,
Yes, of course. There's always game to be given, even when the roasting is grilling. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I just, but we're going to focus more on content, man. Like we ain't beefing. We ain't doing none of that, right, man. We want to lead by example. Most people that make videos about me, I don't even respond. I just ignore that shit. I've dealt with real situations in real life. Can't nobody on the internet get underneath my skin. Right. I would say 95% of the people who've made videos about me, I've ignored it, bro. It doesn't.
You laugh at that shit when you see that shit. That shit was funny,
yeah,
for real.
Yeah, man. people be saying, you know this, and I be like, yeah, let them make the video. I'm not even gonna,
So we ain't even going. We ain't in that game, man. We ain't in that game. We here.
Yeah. Let the
your
suckers,
business, man. Let's hear business, man.
let them make videos. But we're gonna do, like I said, man. I've been doing like a lot of hip hop content, a lot of stuff about like what brothers can learn from. Like Savage Studios Death. Like he come from my area. You know, I used to be in San Bernardino. From LA, but I used to be in San Bernardino. He's from the San Fernando Valley, which is LA County, but we was both in San Bernardino County doing our thing at the same time. So I already knew about bro. You know, I got homeboys who fuck with bro. So it was kind of like he was a cool cat behind the scenes. Real cool dude, man. He grew up with a lot of blacks. He fucked with us. You know what I mean? So, you know, when I heard he died, man, it was like, damn, it kind of hit home. You know, because not only was he a YouTuber, he's somebody that come from my area where I used to do my thing at. So my advice is, black people, we got to stop doing this beefing on social media. That's part of the reason why a lot of these ads are leaving. Right. You know, all this, I'm going to pull up, I'm going to do this. See, they'll promote that shit in rap music. Right. But see, that's hypocritical on YouTube part, because the YouTubers need to band together and say, well, if you don't want controversial content, nigga, how come when I play FBG Duck video, dead bitches, nigga, advertisers pop up on that? He talking about killing people. Right. He talking about pissing on graves, dead ops, and that motherfucker got ads on it. So that's a clear contradiction from YouTube, and I think they can get sued for that. Right. Like, you can't take my money but give them money for graphic violence. Come on now. So I think that's something that a lot of people could actually point out, you know. But as far as like, you know, we're gonna diversify the content, man. You know, even on my channel, I kind of postpone ladies' night. I'm gonna pick a day out of the week where I'm gonna take calls from, you know, women, and then I'll bring like a few like-minded brothers, because you gotta have the players come up. When you bring them bozos up and you bring women, they only cause more confusion. So when I do ladies' night, man, I'll bring like some real players, some real like-minded brothers, you know, just a few, you know, to come up to answer the conversation. But yeah, man, I'm gonna definitely bring that. I meant to do that a couple of months ago, but I've been making adjustments to my channel, so I had to fall back on that for a minute until I made these adjustments. You know. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, you already know, man. Red, you know what I'm talking about. My brother Red Supreme definitely in the building, man. My brother Red Supreme TV1, Red Supreme TV2, and Truth Spoken $sign podcast, because that's what it is. It's a $sign. So y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to all three of them. Definitely go on over there and click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineer and all of that. Hit the like button and all of that. I'm pretty sure tomorrow's gonna be a beautiful roast. If you could, if you would, if you want to, Red, you ain't got to. You understand me, man? Speak on tomorrow what you got going on. Who's on the grill or what's on the grill for tomorrow? We could get a brief preview, man. Well, people was like, you know, man, you gotta speak on this Lucario. He's telling everybody that white males possess masculinity, black men can't get their women to submit. I'm like, bro, and it's not for me to go in on white men. It's just to kind of like dissect the goofiness that he's spewing on his channel. You know, I think he's trying to get that white audience, man. So he's pandering to white men. You know, he's kind of pandering to white men. You know, I got a few people that send me some clips on that. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do some commentary. And I got 2 shows tomorrow. My second show is going to be on the masculine females in the black community, but mainly in New York City. Man, let's go, man. Listen here, son. Dead ass, son. Yo, dead ass. Yeah. Man. So we gonna definitely talk about the masculinity in the black community and how females have, you know, how they pretty much shun femininity and embrace masculinity. And we're gonna talk about how the behavior is just on steroids in the boroughs in New York City. Hey, that nigga Kel had me weak, man. I was watching a little bit of that. That nigga Kel had me weak, man, for real. Yeah. Kel said he said he couldn't pay him to mess with a girl, man.
You couldn't pay him to do it. That's crazy. Your son, your dead ass son, though, for real, like for real, son, for real, yo, like dead ass, though, like.
Man, they be telling you, hey, them bras out there be trying to tell you. I ain't keep it, not, you know, I'll keep the language clean. Like, they be telling you to get him some time. Nigga, you can suck my, you know what? Like, damn, this is a woman talk. Hey, men don't even talk to each other. Like a female in New York will tell you, a female in New York will tell you to suck her Johnson, nigga. You thinking like what?
What? Like what you just say? You laugh at the bra, like you laugh at the bitch, red, like what?
Yeah.
But listen to this though, real quick, though, man. Listen to this real quick, though. Now, let's get serious real quick. Now, think of the psychology or lack thereof that's involved when a chick says out of her mouth, "S my D." Right? No, serious. Let's talk about this for a second, right? This is another proof of why my brethren Red is going to be talking about what he's talking about tomorrow, right? In the afternoon, I imagine sometime in the afternoon of the morning show. You're going to talk about this, the over masculinity, the downloading of the masculine program of the supposedly feminine female. That's a prime example of it right there.
It is, man. So we're going to get into the psyche. We're going to get into the mindset, and we're going to tell. And this is what I want to say, too, because I said this too, and I be hearing a lot of guys remix what I've been saying, man, on certain shows, man, and a lot of these guys have bigger channels, but so I know niggas be tapping in. Yeah. I said the females in New York say, well, it's the men. Nope, you don't get an excuse to not be feminine. A man can't say, well, if I had better quality women, I'll be masculine. Nope.
More masculine. I'll be a man. I'll be a man if you be yeah, man. Come on.
Yeah, they expect you to be masculine and a man regardless of what a woman does. So a female can't tell you, oh, well, niggas ain't shit. So now I have now I don't have to be a lady because men ain't shit. You know, I can make it the excuse of being masculine and unfeminine because the problem is men. That's bullshit. And this is why no brother with common sense should deal with that, right? You're making an excuse to embrace what makes you a woman. That's the true essence of a woman, her femininity,
right.
Along with her beauty. That's where her, a woman power lies in her beauty and femininity. Now, if you have the beauty, but you lack the femininity, that's not a balance. That's unbalanced right there. Right. What's the use of having a woman who possesses beauty, but she lacks femininity? So that's not a balance. Life is about balance, man. You know, you got to have the right balance. Like when you cooking in the morning, you know what I mean? You got the eggs, you got the butter, you got the peanut butter, you got the jelly, they balance each other out. Right. So you get a woman that possesses beauty but no femininity, then the beauty don't matter at all at that point because you can't deal with the broad.
And we will be willing as men to go down in looks in exchange for everything else in abundance.
Oh yes, man, and I appreciate you for having me on, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and log off.
You already know what you say.
No, I was just saying I'm gonna log off, and I'm gonna leave y'all with that, and I'm gonna tell black women this: there's a difference between being feminine and a feminist. Black women, please learn the difference.
Y'all better learn the difference, and we're gonna get straight to it, man. Here shortly too, man. So y'all stay tuned. Shout out to my brother Red Supreme TV1, man. We gonna definitely tap in with my brother tomorrow for the early morning roast. Yo, talk about, man. Put these niggas on the goddamn grill, man. You hear me, man?
Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and log off, man. Catch me at 6 a.m. in the morning, Jack. I'm gone.
All right, then, Red.
All right, my brother.
All right. Yeah, man, that was my brother Red Supreme TV1, man. You understand me, man? You know what I'm talking about? You did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to my brother's page right now. I'm talking about right this second. Go over there and subscribe to my brother Red Supreme TV1, Red Supreme TV2. It's somewhere in the comments. Y'all see it, man. Project Leroy probably posted it, man. Go ahead and go over there to Red's platform and subscribe to it. I bet you did used to do stuff like that too, Juju, man. You look like you the type of chick that was on that type of time at one point on some super aggressive masculine stuff. Yeah, man, go subscribe to all my brother Red's situations, man. Go subscribe to them all right now, man. Copy and paste, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is how we're going to do it. You already know my man Jay Jermaine in the building. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got the 614 in the building, man. My brother Glitch the Guarantee came through. Cupcake in the building. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, man. Thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, showing your social engineering, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Tap in and walk with us, man. Tomorrow night, we having some fun. You hear me? Dead ass, yo, like dead ass, son. I'm talking about Brother Mo, Mr. O with the info. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Dead ass, son. Like, I'm for real, man. Why are y'all New York chicks so goddamn aggressive, though, man? That's for real. Like, I would really like to have a show where some New York chick, matter of fact, tomorrow, man, y'all New York chicks come in and tap in with us tomorrow with my brother Red show. Tap in tomorrow, and y'all validate, rationalize, if y'all would, if y'all could, if y'all can. Why are y'all so masculine? Serious question, though, man. You hear me? I've been around the country a little bit in my years, man. You know what I'm talking about? I've been a little bit of here, a little bit of there. But I can't say out of all the chicks that I've actually interacted with, even when I did go to New York, the times I've been there, they are some of the most aggressive women that I've ever encountered. And I don't think New York being the biggest city in the country has anything to do with them being. I don't understand. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't understand, but I don't think in my logic that has any or is having the effect that it would on them to make them overtly masculine due to the population of the city. If there's numbers on that, somebody can present me with those numbers. That'd be some beautiful information to have. If it's some numbers on the population of New York being in the millions that it is, does that have an effect on the overtly masculinity or masculinizing of the women population, female population? You know what I'm saying? But forced to grow up fast ain't got nothing to do with masculinity or femininity, though. You hear me, Juju? Right? That's crazy, man. Aggressive, like raw, like raw. Super aggressive. Just aggressive. You know what I'm talking about? Why y'all so aggressive in New York, man? Some pretty girls from New York too. Y'all super aggressive. Y'all be real pretty, and then y'all turn them up. Y'all turn up. You agitate them, ask them questions, make them uncomfortable, put them in an uncomfortable position, and they get the dead ass, son, for real. For real, you got me fucked up, son, for real. Yeah, I can understand what you're saying about that. They try to throw, stuff like the fashion district in there, what I'm saying? But all the fashion districts is ran by men. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Juju, baby girl, listen. There is no way you can say dead ass in a calm way. Oh my God, man. Get the box up out of here, y'all, man. My man, yeah, get the box up out of here, man. Get them on up through, man. You know what I'm talking about? Thanks to everybody for coming out, though. We're gonna say I say it calm. How you gonna say dead ass calm though, Juju? Nah, hey, you ain't lying though, Jay Jermaine. Them Jersey chicks is hella gully too, man. You hear me? Hella. Dead ass, yo. Like, and then they always, y'all do this right here. Yeah, y'all don't, and do New York girls, look, New York girls don't clap. They punch their hands like what they what they punch in the baseball mitt, like dead ass, son. You know what I'm saying? New York girls will sock you. They'll hit you, they'll punch you. Other girls will just be slapping, you know what I'm saying? They're like try to face square up with you and throw some little wild stuff. But the New York girls, you know what I'm saying, they'll always square up with you like they're straight square up with you though, like they really trying to catch the fair one, as they say in New York. You know what I'm saying? We say catch the fade or you know what I'm saying, like we about to hit or you know what I'm saying, hit them hands or whatever. But in New York, they say shoot the fair one or shoot the five. You hear me? Juju, when the last time you had to shoot the five? With your New York ass, man. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight, man. Y'all go subscribe to my brother Red Supreme TV1 right now. You hear me, man? You know what I'm saying? Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the page, share your social engineer, all of that, man. Click on the subscribing bell and all of that, subscribe and all of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I told you when my brother Red come through, we ain't gonna do nothing but chop up heavy game. You understand what I'm saying, man? You know? And this is what it's all about, man. All right then, Jay Jermaine, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta dissect that goofy stuff, man. It's an absolute must, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I always say about this YouTube, man, we don't know how long this stuff gonna be around, man. You hear me? They could take this stuff from us any given day. Like we could wake up tomorrow, boom, YouTube gone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what they did to Tommy Sotomayor. They just, like I said, they just persona non grata him. Straight persona non grata. I want y'all to go look up what persona non grata means. Right? And then y'all really need to go get that George Orwell 1984. Y'all really need to go get that book and read it, man. You know what I'm talking about? That game, that book right there, that book and Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, them two books right there will put y'all up on enough game to where it will lead you on to your path of enlightenment, man. Or at least to what's going on right now. You hear me? And it's always good to be informed. You know what I'm saying? Always good to be informed, y'all, man. Thanks everybody for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow night on the show, we got my brother King Els in the building. Y'all make sure y'all come through. We taking it back to the lock-in game like how we did back in the day in middle school and some high school when we go to the skating rink and they lock us in. We just kicking it with all the different schools. You know what I'm saying? You hollering at the different chicks, kicking it. Y'all remember that back in the day, right? When the last time y'all been to a lock-in, man? You know what I'm saying? You remember when we was a kid, we used to do that. So they go to the skating rink or to the bowling alley or whatever such it was. They had a lock in, man. You know what I'm talking about? All the different schools pull up in there. You see all the little beautiful young ladies when you was a young man. And, you know what I'm saying, you had the time and your chance and your opportunity to interact and mingle and, you know, saying mix and mingle and, you know, get to know people that's not from your neighborhood or go to your school and, you know, so basically you get your skills up and how you interact with girls and women at a young age, you know, so we was in school. And that's the, you know, something that you young dudes don't know about nowadays. I can say stuff like that now. You did. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe to the page, click on the bell, you know what I'm saying? So you get the notification. You know what I mean? Share on your social engineering, man, your social media. You know what I mean? And make sure y'all tap in and walk with us, man. Saturday night, we got my brother Glister Guarantee on the building. In the building. I said on the building. In the building. You know what I mean? We going in. Saturday, it's gonna be dope. And then Sunday, you already know me and my pops. We definitely going in. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual roots. I got something special for y'all on Sunday. Normally my pops picked the topic and idea for Sunday, and I just follow his lead, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow, and I got a nice idea that we're gonna talk about for y'all on Sunday for the spiritual root series with my pops. It's gonna be dope. Make sure y'all tap in and walk with us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? It's gonna be a dope situation on Sunday, y'all, man. You hear me? Me and my pops going in. We're gonna break down the spiritual roots. I ain't gonna tell y'all just yet. I'm gonna let it be a surprise. It's only Thursday. I'm gonna let y'all know like probably tomorrow night or Friday night. You know what I'm saying? I mean Saturday night. You know, Saturday. We're gonna have a discussion with my pops, man. It's gonna be dope. And everybody tap in and walk with us. You hear me? Hit that like button, y'all. You know what I'm saying? As y'all leave, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, say your salutations to everybody. You see you later, get witches and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be right back at it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? With my brother King L's in the building. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a beautiful situation, man. We're gonna play some music, man. You know what I'm talking about? Talk about various things, you know what I'm saying? Various issues and topics that's not well, I guess you can say trending, you know what I'm saying? Talk about some stuff that's trending this week, man. You know what I'm saying? Diversifying the content, talk about different stuff, yeah, because you don't want to get put into the mind frame of even though you might not be instinctively doing this, but you don't want to get put into the mind frame of the algorithm of creating a certain type of content. So it's good to like try to do different type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Talk about different type of stuff. It'd be a good opportunity, right, for us as a human collective to learn about something different, right, offline, and then come online and talk about it. Like if you pick up a new hobby, or talk about you understand what I'm saying? I know y'all catch my drift of what I'm saying. We don't want it to get to the point to where the unintelligent artificial intelligence is thinking for us and then dictate to us what we should be entertained by, what we should find funny, what we should find accepted, what we should find cool, or the nice thing to do, or the right thing to do, or the hip thing to do. You understand how deep this thing can go, man? Oh, you already know, Uncle Diggity, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to everybody for coming out, man. You know, appreciate all of y'all for show. You know what I'm saying? This is how it's going to always go when you tap in with, hey, Real Talk Podcast, man. You hear me? Straight out of 614 Columbus, Ohio. You did, you know what I'm saying? Rocking with my Bredren Red Supreme TV1 on the west coast of things. You feel me? And yeah, tomorrow night we going in with me and my brother King Els, man. E&E Fridays. You know what I'm talking about? Then Saturday we got my brother Glitz the Guarantee in the building. Live listening party. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be dope. I think y'all gonna like that one. You know what I'm saying? That's something dope for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call. And we're gonna do some hip hop stuff over here, but it's gonna be original stuff from people that I actually know. You know what I'm saying? That's how you switch the demo up. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? I'm sitting over here hard trying to mess with this thing. I'll just keep going past the app. But yeah, though, man, if L was here, he'd be dropping all that links to all the stuff, though. But we good, though. You know what I'm talking about? Thanks to everybody for coming out tonight, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be anywhere in the world, man. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all right here with me, with us, with we. I appreciate that, man. You know, so I really do. I want y'all to know, man, and all jokes aside, I appreciate it, man. I'm humbled by it. I appreciate people tap in and even give any sort of value to what anything I gotta say. That's humbling for me. You feel me? I do what I do because I care. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If I didn't care, I could be doing a lot of other things. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't have to mean anything to anybody. But if it do mean something to you, I appreciate you for that. Tap in and walk with us. We're gonna keep making this content, keep coming with the breakdowns of the you know what I'm saying, of the everything, you know, as much as we can to our best of knowledge, so we can have a better over and outer understanding of the stuff that's being put in front of us and not be forced to believe and accept stuff and question everything. You hear me, man? Question every blood clot team. You hear me? Question everything. All right, then, everybody. I appreciate y'all coming out, man. We're going to leave y'all with this tune right here, man. Tap in and walk with us tomorrow night. You might hear it again. We're going to have DJ King L's in the building. E&E Fridays on A Real Talk Podcast. We're going to have an open panel discussion, you know what I'm saying, cute one. I mean, just open panel, you know what I'm saying, talk about various issues, listen to some tunes, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to rock out like that on a Friday night and have some fun, you know what I'm saying. So if you want to have some fun, come on through tomorrow night over here at A Real Talk Podcast. We're going to chop it up. Y'all going to hear some more of the catalog, hear some other music too, you know what I'm saying. You never know, DJ King L's might do some requests. You know what I'm saying? We could take it back to the lock-in days, you know what I'm saying, and have some fun on a Friday night, you know what I'm saying? And y'all can tap in and walk with us, man. Enjoy y'all evening, man. And I'm going to leave y'all with this, man. Good looking out for the, you know, all the contributions everybody stopped through. I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be, you know what I'm saying, asking for the cash outs and stuff, but I appreciate people who want to donate, you know what I'm saying? Or should I say, let me take that back, want to contribute. I appreciate that. I would much rather you hit the like button, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Definitely saying whatever you want. I ain't gonna tell you can't do nothing, but you know what I'm saying? I'll, you know, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Definitely hit that like button. Yeah, you already know, man. Me and Gardner Wallace, even the haters, thank y'all for watching from the clouds and hitting the unlike button. That puts it in the algorithm too, just in case you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Y'all go ahead and join this track, man. Good night, y'all.
Shorty like sick, man. Why you gotta leave me? Told her swallow everything. Acting disobedient. We be chain smoking. Eyes look deeper. Backwards. Twisted past. Must have ingredients. I'm trying to own shit. I'm manager. We from a different state. I ain't talking Canada. Straight damage. Looking to the camera like, who next, man? I got a bunch of stamina. Total mismatch. Who got the bigger bag? So broke bank account got a soft ass. 1040 Roger that. Call a dispatch. Put a stop to a game like a fair catch. Dude, frail. I got him in sight. I woke up with cordial, nothing like work, fight, talk, fight. They want it, they got it, they dead tonight. Dude, frail. I got him in sight. I woke up with cordial, nothing like work, fight, talk, fight. They want it, they got it, they dead tonight.
The pressure's rising, man. I live for these moments. Ambitious plus heart. Yeah, I got all these components. I'm never backing down, no matter the opponent. Plus, I'm faster on the track like a young Jackie Owens. These big bats I'm blowing keep me medicated heavily. These ill raps I'm throwing proves it ain't no one ahead of me. Don't have an appetite for bullshit that's fed to me. That shit's a waste of time, like when I caught my little felony for Stacks it. That was cause some bitch nigga was telling things, but fuck that. Cause we both elevated to other things. Elite Nation ENT. Really ain't no other teams. I put on positive vibes and good karma come to me. Man, just come fuck with me. I take you to the threshold. They in the way. I give them how many shots that the tech hold. Smoking on Gillette toe. Oh shit, I mean gelato. If she in my passenger seat, she is a model. Hoes been choosing up. I never need to spin the bottle. I took the road, let's travel. And now I'm dodging potholes. I'm down in Mexico. Screaming out Que Paso Vato. I'm trying to secure the bag with big numbers like the lotto. Knocking out contenders like Rocky did Drago. I'd rather be sipping margaritas in Key Largo. I didn't mean to rent this long, but this beat was hard though. Just name the trophy after me, like D. Lombardo.
Dudes, frail. I got them in sight. I woke up with cordial, nothing like bark, fight, talk, fight. They want it, they got it, they dead tonight. These dudes, frail. I got them in sight. I woke up with cordial, nothing like bark, fight, talk, fight. They want it, they got it, they dead tonight.
Six say they dead, so the niggas dead. Rain said they dead, leave them leaking red. Glitch nigga, these sharp bars to cut your head, period. I'm like the bakery, if we talking bread, go ahead and put them to sleep. I get some super fed. Jeans for 100 and low, I got them super dread. Penny out and blood it out, that's on a daily basis. I'm about my dough and about my kids, get out my fucking face. Time clock, nigga, I'm punching in. CL 650 type shit that I'm flying in. Google that. All over the globe, nigga, I truly rap, bro, to the riches, and I ain't using no Google Maps. So, 2 fingers together, nigga, I'm about to snap, hear a loud boom, got niggas like, what the fuck was that? Guarantee and E&E, we taking summers back. Break a 1-9, nigga, roger that. Glitch.